Yo. Yo.
In retirement, we need multiple sources of income to meet our needs. The 30 plus 9 savings plan can turbocharge your income plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% guaranteed annual rate of return. Backed by a Fortune 100 company, the 30 plus 9 plan provides safety, security, and peace of mind. It's something everyone should take a look at. For free information, call or text to 888-41.
I didn't even touch the fucking thing. Jesus fucking Christ. That completely paused the motherfucker. Jesus. Fucking sickening.
multiple sources of income to meet our needs. The 30 plus 9 savings plan can turbocharge your income plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% guaranteed annual rate of return, backed by a Fortune 100 company. The 30 plus 9 plan provides safety, security, and peace of mind. It's something everyone should take a look at. For free information, call or text to 888-411-4130 or click this video to learn more.
For more than 30 years, Fisher House Foundation has provided families of wounded, injured, and ill service members and veterans a home away from home at no cost, because a family's love is good medicine. Learn more at fisherhouse.org.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Here, and at least one person in the crowd of car buffs pulled a gun and started shooting.
We get there, we find a victim who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound to the torso.
But then, over the next several hours, at 3 hospitals across the area, more people came in with gunshot wounds, a total of 5 additional people.
The victims include men and women and 2 boys under 18. Fortunately, all are expected to recover.
7 News' Brad Bell. President Trump says he'll repair the reflecting pool and seek justice.
Several people have been arrested over the last few days and are accused of vandalizing the pool. Witnesses to enforcement efforts say that might involve just touching the pool's peeling blue material. President Trump addressed this yesterday.
They went in there with a knife. They have 5 people are arrested.
Trump said vandals put fertilizer in the water and slashed the coating with possibly a box cutter. When pressed, though, for evidence on the allegations, Trump said photos would be released at the right time.
Dow futures are down 237 points. NASDAQ futures down 905. Up next, traffic. And
How did I lose weight? And I did. Lean right here. I did. I love this stuff. Listen, Brickhouse Nutrition been with me for a long time. So chatting with Miles, I'm up at like 235. True story. I never minded being 235, but you know what minded? My knees that were falling apart and my back. I'm like, I don't know what, before I started really lifting, probably about 190. So 235 was a lot. I said, I got to lose some LBs, Miles. He said, Dan, we're going to sick our team of docs and researchers on it, and we're going to get you a really good product because I don't want to take a lot of these needles and stuff. You know what he did? He got lean. He got lean. I got lean using lean, LEA, and the product works. Me and Paula both use it. I'm now down about 200, 202. Losing weight's a pain. I've been there. You look in the mirror, you're getting a little gooey as you get older. No good. Brickhouse Nutrition is one of the best products out there. It works like most of these GLP-1s. Most of those weight loss injections. They help control blood sugar and curb appetite so you eat less. There's really no mystery to how they work. But that's what lean was created to do without the needles, but it replicates the benefits of these injections. Lean supports healthy blood sugar, helps reduce spikes and cravings. It drives snacking and cravings. I'm telling you, I can vouch for it. I use it myself. Get healthier, lose those unnecessary pounds, right? Lean goes a step further. Helps your body burn fat, turn it into energy instead of storing it. No prescriptions, no needles. You've been thinking about losing weight? Let's go. No more wasted time. Try it today. Just give it a shot. I'm not confident it's going to work for you. Go to brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. Use promo code Dan, my first name, for 20% off. Paula just bought some of this last night. Brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. Promo code Dan. Pick up your bottle of lean today. Give it a shot. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. It's not a substitute or alternative for care from a healthcare provider. Thank you, Brickhouse Nutrition. Give lean a shot.
Jamie Whitten in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Virginia, rush hours winding down. Northbound 95, no late troubles to report between Triangle and the Beltway. 395 still have a little bit of volume heading into Shirlington from the Pentagon across the 14th Street Bridge with the stop and go. Interloop of the Beltway, still volume in Annandale and slowing in stretches between 66, the Georgetown Pike and the Legion Bridge. Beltsville, the crashes on the northbound side of 201, Edmonston Road and Powder Mill Road. Annapolis, eastbound 50, the off-ramp that would take you to 450 West Street, still closed with emergency utility work. Be cautious of that. I'm Jamie Whitten. That's your traffic up to the minute.
WMAL weather, a few showers possible, a thunderstorm as well, otherwise mostly cloudy and a high of 78. It is 73 at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app, Chris Plant.
You know, when I look at the Democrats, I call them the Democrats. They're dumb. The Democrats, one of them thought it was World War XI. She said World War XI. She bet World War II. Ilhan Omar, who married her brother to get into the country, by the way, illegally. When I watch AOC, have no idea on a simple question, what happened? And then I watch somebody like JD or Marco. What a difference. What a difference a brain makes.
Yes, what a difference a brain makes. Not what a difference a day makes. No. What a difference a brain makes. The Democrats ought to work on that lesson. You know, what a difference a brain makes. That's a good place to start, I think. They've got a lot of members of Congress. Can you call them members? Is that an obscene reference? Members of Congress. Not the brightest people in the world. That's generous. Generous understatement. Not the brightest people in the world. And the dumbing down of Congress, the dumbing down of everything by the Democrat Party. But at least they're racists and anti-Semites. Boy, they're just out of the closet anti-Semites now, aren't they? They really should be wearing armbands. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I think if you're a registered Democrat, you should start wearing an armband every day so we can recognize you in crowds. So Jews can know enough to avoid you, you armband-wearing people. Well, a very happy Tuesday to you and welcome back. We are at 888-630-9625. That's the telephone number. It's absolutely toll-free to communicate with my humble self on the great issues of our day. And boy, there are a lot of them, aren't there? Just amazing. We've got, do you remember Chris Lickspittle-Saliza? Lickspittle. He was on, they do whatever they do, as kind of an internet thing. It's what they do. With Chunk Todd, old Chunk. His mom called him Chunk ever since his earliest days in diapers. And now his later days in diapers. They were having a little powwow yesterday, a little left-wing circle fest in a hot tub, the usual thing. The Chunk Todd and Lickspittle-Saliza, and they agreed that that said, here it is, the only reason people think Obama was liberal is because he was black. It's hard to believe the Democrat Party racializing everything. Hey, the only reason people think he's liberal is because he's black. And the racist, lynching black people from trees with ropes party, the Democrat Party, they're still playing the race card and everything. They should come on. It's like slavery, these people. It really is. They want to bring it back, I think. We've got a great deal of news to get to today because there's a great deal of news that has happened since last we convened 21 hours ago. And we've got a lot out of the... turns out, Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Savannah Guthrie, kidnapped from her home about 5 months ago or something. And now we're learning that there were ransom notes that came in rapid succession after her disappearance. And in the second ransom note that came very shortly after they committed this hideous crime, it said that, she's dead and buried. She died, and we buried her in a shallow grave in the desert. And that was in the second note that came very quickly, and the FBI didn't leak it. But apparently, ABC News knew about it right away, and they've been keeping it a secret ever since. They didn't want to tell anybody that the ransom note that came very shortly after the kidnapping said that she was dead and buried, and it's horrible. And these savages should be hunted down and shot from helicopters. Should send them out in the desert to run away, and we'll turn it into maybe a reality show or something, hunt them down and shoot them from helicopters, I think would be a good thing. But the Guthrie family had received 2 notes sent to Tucson media outlets, and investigators, they said that they were credible. and the FBI, they tried to trace the origin, but were apparently not successful. And first they demanded cryptocurrency, like was a hostage, we want money, and for Nancy Guthrie's return. And then the second one said that she had died shortly after she had been taken by these savages, and that she was buried in nature. Now you're out in the desert there, and we've all seen these gangster movies, remarkable stuff. And these notes received within days of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. ABC News apparently knew about it all along, but hadn't previously disclosed the contents of the second note because, why would you? You're just a news organization doing...
Hey, Patrick Rowe, you goofy fuck. Well, that's bright. Patrick Rowe, you goofy motherfucker, you cocksuckers. Fuck you, Patrick Rowe. Fuck you, you punk motherfucker. You fucking big fucking bad dummy. You and this guy on my fucking screen. Keep running your mouth, you dumb fuck. Patrick, I got furniture. Look at fucking TV, bedroom, all right, lounger, tables, nice speaker.
They call themselves liberal Democrats. Remarkable stuff. It is a low-level war.
More expensive to buy furniture from Rent-A-Center than it is just go to the store and buy it.
And meaning that
which I've done that too.
That equal combatants on the battlefield.
The light change
but
on
it
this
is,
thing, I don't like
it's
it.
a bizarro thing, and it's going on all kinds of levels. There's another story that just popped overnight, kind of an amazing thing about a Democrat member of Congress, Dan Goldman. Dan Goldman went to a coffee shop in Brooklyn. He went to Brooklyn. He was in Brooklyn, and he went to a coffee shop, and he has his daughter, I think a 7-year-old daughter with him, and she wanted to use the little girl's room, and they went into this coffee shop in Brooklyn where the hipsters live, and the little girl got to use the little girl's room, and then Dan Goldman said, they're so nice, they let me use the little girl's room for my daughter. I buy a coffee from them now. And then the coffee store, because it's run by liberals who call themselves Democrats, and they call themselves liberals. They really do. They sent him a message telling him no Jews welcome, no Jews welcome, from Poetic. It's Poetica Coffee in Brooklyn. They sent him a message on the Twitter, because the patriarchy allows them to do that. Said, hey, Rep Dan Goldman, that's his ID there. We see that you stopped by our shop today for a coffee. How dare you, Uden. Said, do you see how it doesn't taste like genocide juice? Because the Jews, they're genocidal. They're committing all the genocidal things against the terrorists who are, of course, trying to commit genocide against them. They're very severely mentally impaired. Do you see how it doesn't taste like genocide juice? Sure. Or are you still having a hard time telling the difference? See, here at Poetica, we don't serve racists, fascists, homophobes, genocide enablers, or anyone in between. See, he's a Jew, and that's all that matters here. Too bad we didn't recognize you right away, or we would have turned you away. We issued you a refund. Apparently it paid with a credit card, so they say they've issued a refund. We issued you a refund. We don't need your money. It's probably coming from AIPAC anyways. It should be anyway rather than anyways, but they went to public school in New York probably, and so they're illiterate, racist, genocidal Jew haters who should be wearing armbands, running a coffee shop in Brooklyn. We don't need your money. It's great. It's probably coming from AIPAC anyways. Enjoy your loss on Tuesday. Don't ever come to Poetica. That's the note, because he's a Jew, and they found he's pro-Israel, and you can't have.
As I'm rolling my joint before I come back on screen, I want to make a point. Okay, yeah, Tom Flash up there going through every minute of our streams, sitting there fucking respond, just like what Wiggins been doing. All right. We don't do that here. That motherfucker it must have been a 12-hour stream he did. The fucker's triggered. I don't need to report him, German lady. He's gonna bury himself, just like Wiggin has buried himself, just by hating me, by going after me. I've never done anything to the motherfucker, and now this Tom Flash, yeah, I could report him. You got Tiffany out there. Billy doesn't know how to do it. So we'll beat him here. We'll beat him here because he's not getting the viewers. You can see he's an idiot. Motherfucker lives in his mother's attic and got a fucking thing in his life but this fucking shit right here. And then Patrick Rowe fucking running his mouth. Oh, Billy got a flag up behind him because he doesn't have one outdoors. Well, I just showed the one I have outdoors. 2 fucking flags. That's why I bought the new one so I could fucking post this one in here. My neighbor bought this flag for me when I first moved here. Memorial Day. You got a flag? I said, no, I ain't got no flag. Got across the street. From his father's generation. So you motherfuckers, you want to run your mouth? My side chat's open. I timed them out for 5 minutes. There he is again. Look at this fuckwad. Did you see it, Patrick Rowe? Do you want me to go out and show you my fucking flag outside again? See, you're the one. Everything you say about me is a reflection of you, Patrick. You are one dumb motherfucker. You and this guy on my fucking screen. I'm going to go roll my joint. I'll be right back.
In a heated Democratic primary election that has focused heavily on
the politics
of the Israel-Gaza war. I mean, Jew hatred is what it is, and they're just out of the closet. They really are. They're growing
lady,
beards now.
If he spams my chat, you have my permission to time him out, but I got my phone, so
AK-47s are coming.
Don't be spamming my chat, bro.
Coates on Monday. Congressman Dan Gold.
Time for you to admit your fucking shortcomings, pal.
Poetica Coffee, which used its branded social media account to
fucking
post
loser.
a photo.
Got a motorcycle and you're in chat all the time.
And they received
as a matter of fact, let me do this. Ro, why you spend all your time on me? You and Andy and all them. Why? Well, I do. I'm sick of him. As a matter of fact, he's getting banned. That's one dumb motherfucker right there.
I had such a nice interaction with the barista at the coffee shop. He says he's trying to be a reasonable person, but he's a member of a party that's not a reasonable political party and should likely be banned from the planet Earth for the good of humankind because they are really just goose-stepping fascists at this point, and they genuinely are, and that's fine. But keep in mind, while the Democrats are, and he's a Jewish member of Congress, he's a Democrat, and pay no attention to any of that. Pretty amazing stuff. Just great. You guys, and that reminds me of the Democrats being anti-Christian. You know, because the head of the of Major League Baseball, the baseball commissioner, he had to be dragged by Republican Senator Josh Hawley on the carpet here, because here's the headline from the Fox News people. MLB, Major League Baseball commissioner, tells Senator Hawley, why is Senator Hawley talking Major League Baseball commissioner? Giants, San Francisco Giants on Gay Day, where they had their rainbow logos on their hats, which is mandated, like the Black Lives Matter logo, and then you got to give money to Planned Parenthood to kill all the black babies because Democrats love death more than we love life. That's the old Al-Qaeda saying, we love death more than you love life. And the Democrats have adopted it because they're pro-Hamas, pro-Iran, pro-terrorist, pro-Hezbollah. And boy, they're genocidal. The Democrat Party is genocidally anti-Semitic. Even their Jews want to kill all the Jews. It's a screwy political party. Major League Baseball commissioner tells Senator Josh Hawley that San Francisco Giants players won't be disciplined over Bible verses on Pride Night hats. They had Pride Night hats, and they're rainbow hats because the Democrats, when they have a political cause, everyone else must participate, even when it's a fatuous lie like Black Lives Matter. And then, 9,000 black people are murdered, shot to death in the United States. Not a single word out of them, except George Floyd, who died of cardiac failure because, the fentanyl and methamphetamine in his system while he was resisting arrest after committing yet another felony of passing counterfeit bills to an actual immigrant in the United States who is trying to make a living while the Democrats are robbing him. And then they side with the robbers and the criminals like they do with, hey, you kill a healthcare insurance company CEO in New York, you assassinate him, stalk him, and assassinate him. And they say, well, we'll try to get you the minimum. We're on his side. You shoot and kill Charlie Kirk, and the Democrats are on his side. You shoot and wound Donald Trump again, and the Democrats are on his side. But here we go. Rob Manfred, the Major League Baseball commissioner, and totally irrelevant, nobody knows who he is, said the league, Major League Baseball, issued only a routine oral warning. It's just an oral warning. Let's get back to that later. Before learning players weren't told they could opt out. Oh, they were supposed to be told they could opt out of the pride. They're Christians, and they put here, you got to wear the rainbow hat, and it's mandatory. Otherwise, we'll kill your children. And okay, we'll wear the hat, but we're going to write a Bible verse on it. And that's it. You got to be kicked out of the game. You're going to be punished. What do you mean Bible verse? The left is anti-Western civilization. And here they are attacking Christians in Major League Baseball, attacking Jews in coffee shops and everywhere they find them, but supporting Hamas and Iran and Hezbollah and radical Islamists everywhere they find them, in your schools, on your campuses. The left is a terrorist organization made up of violent criminals. Other than that, very nice people, though. Also, did you see the terrorists that were at Barack Obama's Not a Library opening? That's pretty amazing. And do you remember Nicholas Roski? He was going to murder Supreme Court justices, 3 of them. Well, the Washington Post had a story on him yesterday, and there's something pretty funny about that. That's coming up. We're at 888-630-9625.
There's only one Chris Plant, The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the deep.
Tom Flash doesn't hold panels. Why should I let him on my panel? Almost choked on a popsicle last night. Went down in a fucking windpipe. I went like that as I was sticking that fucker in my mouth. That turns you on, doesn't Tom Flash, you goofy fucker? You are one dumb motherfucker, Tom Flash. You really are. You live at home under your mother's roof. You've never held a job longer than 6 months. Then your disability is your crutch. This fucker doesn't even hold panels. Why should I give him the fucking time of day? We can come in here want me to listen to him, lecture him about fucking Rusty. Fucking romper room. I labeled this fucking shit romper room way back in JC's chat. I wish Darren Whitney were here. I bet you he'd agree with me. Yeah, Darren Whitney would piss Wiggin off fucking really bad if he were here today. That is a fact. Darren, if you fucking come back to life or something, will you? Spent a lot of time on that panel with Whitney doing this shit. Is Tom Flash still live right now? Should I check? Should I check and see if that dumb motherfucker is still live, fucking running his suck fuck? KMO, fuck you. And you're a veteran? You were in the Air Force? KMO blocked me in Chinch's chat earlier this morning. Said come at him. He blocks me. You are one of the girls. Sitting there waving, all these women do this and these women. You supported Shannon. You fucking suck Shannon's ass big time. I know, I watched it. I watched Will's shit. I let Will have. I give him leeway in my chat whenever he fucking comes around. I don't ban him. I could ban Will easy. I could ban anybody easy if I wanted to. So I just did Patrick Rowe.
Never miss a home field hat trick.
He's not funny. That's not. He doesn't add anything to the chat. All he does is attack people. He does exactly what the fucking Wiggin accused me of doing all these years. Oh, you attack people. Ah. As they sit there and attack people.
Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost.
That fucking KMO is a weirdo.
One place for all your sports.
I've known him a long time.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop tested over and over. We do all that to the V6.
They won't come and post in my side chat.
Nissan, ranked number one
They
in
try.
quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
No, he ended his stream,
Weekdays at noon.
and you can't watch what he did. He's gone.
Making sense of the news.
And there are primary elections around America today. Democrats are going to vote for a lot of communists. In Iran, they're furiously hanging people by the neck until dead. Another reason for the Democrats to like them and admire them, because you know how they're. All right, let's go to the telephones, Michael. Let's go to Jack calling from California. Jack, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Chris, you have the greatest show on earth.
That's all I've ever wanted. That's very nice.
That's all you wanted, but it's not as great as what Trump is doing. Trump is winning. You know, Jay Powell is out now. These Democrats, exactly what you said, they're rooting against America. Dan Goldman, I hope that knucklehead loses, even if he loses to a commie. That guy is terrible. The Democrat Socialists have force on the city council in L.A., and Bernie's not even a Democrat. He controls everything. It's unbelievable.
That's today's Democrat Party.
This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Manassas, the crash cleanup is on westbound Ballsford Road, just west of Sudley Road 234. Delays are starting to improve through there. Follow police direction. No late incidents to report on 66. Still Beltway volume through Annandale. Between 66 and the Legion Bridge, the interloop pockets of delays. George Washington Parkway bunched up to merge onto the inbound 14th Street Bridge. I'm getting reports of a crash on that exit ramp. Off the freeway, 12th Street Tunnel slow its length out to Constitution Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Few showers and possibly a thunderstorm this afternoon. Cloudy with a high 78. Mostly cloudy overnight, low 62.
I'm reading comments in New York chat.
Bouncy things, spooky things, things, funky things with Squarespace. Sweaty things, tasty things, chill things,
crafty things with Squarespace. So whatever your thing, make a site and sell it here. Squarespace. Everything to sell anything. Use offer code EVERYTHING for 10% off your website or domain.
Booking a Verbo vacation rental means you get Verbo Care and 24/7 live support, verified reviews from real guests, and top-rated homes with the Love by Guest filter.
I just booked my Verbo because there was a sweet wine fridge.
We all have our reasons. If you know, you Verbo. Terms apply. See verbo.com/trust for details.
When we ask home service pros about their challenges, we can sound a bit repetitive. Can't get quotes out fast enough? Jobber can help. Trouble finding new customers? Jobber can help. Spending too much time
I do the same as you, German lady. I promote streams.
You get the idea.
I've always supported Empress,
Automate and grow your home service business.
despite the fact I fucking jump on his shit from time to
When your
time.
business grows, communication can get messy fast.
A lot of times I do that just to fucking get others' reactions, just see what the fuck.
Without the full picture.
You
That's
know?
where Quo comes in. Quo gives your business.
At least I don't fucking make false accusations. At least when I go after somebody, it's pretty much the truth.
Everything stays connected and nothing falls through the cracks.
Not making it up.
Always say hello with Quo. Get started free. Plus get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/connect.
Angie thinks I'm a hater.
/connect.
Sorry, Angie.
Saving on your education
I love my
is a
country,
race,
Angie.
not a competition.
You support people who don't love my country, like Lady Venom. That's one dumb fucker right there. Lady Venom and Tom Flash should live together. That'd make a perfect couple, those two right there.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're
I
driven.
want to open my panel, but I want to listen to the
So
news.
no matter the
I
reason,
can't do
the
both.
road
I
or
mean,
the
I
ride,
can.
More than 90 years
All right, but then
later,
it's a distraction because I want to hear the news, what's going on.
Unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance
And these
Auto
fuckers
Parts
watch
today.
their news and they fucking spew their shit. Edward Jam. Oh, mega stupid. Mega this. Oh, the world's going to die because of Donald Trump. This is the end of civilization. Donald Trump is president. Whippermantle. Europe has a population of 500 million people. Well, it's not called the United Countries of Europe. It's all different countries. We're one fucking country with 50 states, you dumb fucker. Whippermantle is fucking for a German kraut. That motherfucker, dumb motherfucker right there. He fucking thinks he's so smart.
Home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand. Inches from the end zone.
That's Monica's boy. She loves him. Monica loves fucking Edward Jam and Whippermantle. They're like the greatest. They're the best comedians out here. They're so funny.
Included at no extra cost with live TV.
KMO. Listen to my music. It's love and peace. Everybody gotta get along together. Then he's in Chinch's fucking chat, fucking bitching about the women, about how they like the drama and everything when he's right in the middle of it. The motherfucker sat in Shannon's chat and kissed her fucking ass.
And with the ADT Plus,
KMO.
you can stay informed. And
Music
take control
teacher.
of your home from
Whatever.
virtually
Professional
wherever you
singer.
are. When every second counts, count on
Supposedly
ADT.
he's my age or older. I don't know if he's older than me or not.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant.
He hasn't afforded me the fucking courtesy. He hasn't come to my chat and talked to me.
We shatter it.
He hasn't.
We lead with a
I went to his chat
in
to support him.
incubators for gold ideas.
Doesn't mean I'm going to go there. Care if he streams. They do whatever they want.
On campus, online, and hybrid learning environments.
This is
That guy is weird.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Him and Terry B. Terry B always making comments behind a block. So I block him on my spy phone. I don't even see him anymore, Terry B. So if you're still making your fucking snide remarks about Billy Hayden, I don't see him.
Now it turns out
fucker.
that we've been talking about Dan Goldman. He's a Jewish congressman, New York, and New York's 10th district, and he's a Democrat and he's a liberal. And the Democrats now want to
Shut the fuck up.
And they're targeting Dan Goldman because
Sorry, UK is part of Europe. They're not united countries. Whipperman, Europe's got a population of 500 million, but there's war on your continent. Again, constantly killing each other over there.
primary because the Democrats.
And they're bringing it here.
Lander is one of these communists who is just a total communist taking over the Democrat Party. We've even got one of
Edward Jam's a dumb motherfucker.
Governor
See that got you in here,
Cuomo
didn't
was
it?
His communications director.
Come in with a fucking no name. How about I do this? How about I just fucking ban it?
Democrat Governor Cuomo.
Because you're a dumb fucker.
Horrified by what has happened to the Democrat Party. But voters in New York.
I'll let you post if I know who you are.
Decide a competitive
Or if you're new, you might want to introduce yourself.
between
Otherwise,
incumbent representative.
you don't have freedom of speech here, guys.
I think she was his communications director.
No country in Europe has a constitution guaranteeing your right to fucking life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Horrified by what has happened to the Democrat.
Our rights come from God in America, not from your fucking government.
Will decide a competitive Democratic primary
Goes the mailman.
between incumbent Representative Dan Goldman, too Jewish, got to kill him, and challenger Brad Lander. He's going to land a nuclear weapon in New York. Goldman, first elected in 2022, not very long ago, is running on his experience in Congress and record on issues like taxing the wealthy. He's in favor of it. He's not against it. And immigration oversight. He's in favor of open borders and transgender, Tren de Aragua gang members showering with your teenage daughter in junior high. Lander, a former city controller, it's spelled comptroller, but you just say controller. And mayoral candidate. He's
Keep trying, Wiggin.
Mayoral candidate too. Is positioning himself as a progressive alternative with support from left-leaning leaders and policy priorities. You gotta claim that you're even farther left than you really are as a Democrat in order to get in good with it's really the Communist Party America, CPUSA. And you may remember that Barack Hussein Obama, who as a teenager was mentored by Frank Marshall Davis, a charter member of the American Communist Party, helped Barack Obama grow up to be the communist that he is, racist, anti-Semite. Who's Reverend Jeremiah Wright says, the Jews won't let Barack meet with me. And that's all fine when you're a Democrat because the news media's got your back no matter what. But isn't that amazing? And so that's one of the big races there, but he's not Dan Goldman versus this, I think you might say literal communist. He just calls himself a socialist, but, so did Joseph Stalin. And I think he was definitely a communist. And the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, not communist republics, the Democrat Party. Dan Goldman, the incumbent. And the Democrats are looking to do away with him somebody much more radical left. And our great friend from California, Jack, he said, look, screw the Democrats and Dan Goldman. I hope.
Hey, George Washington smoked peace pipe with the Indians.
Expose the Democrat Party as what the Democrat Party has become.
I would have.
And even a Governor Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo person.
Tiffany wants to say, the white man stole the land from the Indians. Well, explain the 5 nations of the Iroquois where I live.
I'm going to get to this too, but
fucking loser.
The Democrats are so mental. I got to tell you that this Nicholas Roski guy and William Ayers and Bernadine Dorn, the terrorists, bombers, were at Barack Obama's opening, and not a single news organization.
Europe had 500 million people.
You wouldn't make an issue.
Yeah, but it's not called the United Countries of Europe.
Who bombed and killed cops and should have been in a penitentiary for their entire life.
For the most part, people have to use a fucking train to go anywhere
on American campuses to raise the next generation of synagogue firebombing Democrats.
Americans don't want to live in Europe.
And Bernadine Dorn, they were at the Thursday of the celebrity only gathering for Barack Obama's Nodal Library. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. Extraordinary stuff. Yeah, Dan.
We don't need Europeans.
Brooklyn. He went to get coffee. They said, we don't serve Jews here. Get out. And that's fine. And they're liberal Democrats. It's not like they have a bunch of, the real white supremacists are mainstream Democrat Party leaders. Those are the white supremacists. I think they've decided that Jews aren't white enough or something.
I'm sure companies like Google love them.
And the Democrats, again, attacking Christians and Major League Baseball, attacking
the internet.
Jews anywhere they can find them, adoring Muslims, inviting terrorists to Barack Obama's opening, and all of this lunacy. But let me go to
American dollar is a gold standard throughout the world.
Story that I really wanted to get
Fuck
to.
you, Whipperman.
Michael Michael Piercy, I believe, sent me this story.
I'll bet you more
yesterday.
Europeans have seen
the
American
Washington
currency
Post had a story
than,
about the man that was
than
arrested
Americans
and
have
sentenced
seen
to
any kind
prison
of European
for
currency.
attempting to assassinate Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. And he was going to kill 2 other Supreme Court justices as well, but the government's keeping it a secret from us because they wouldn't want us to know. We only pay their salaries and things like that. But isn't that amazing? And the guy, I looked this up because he was sentenced to 8 years in prison. His name is Nicholas Roske, R-O-S-K-E. And Nicholas Roske came to Washington. He had his gun, his Glock 17, and extra magazines, and burglary tools, and kidnapping supplies, and all that good stuff. And here's this story kind of made me laugh, and then I had to go look it up. From October of 2025, breaking news from the Post-Millennial, and great outlet. Kavanaugh's trans, see, the guy's transgender. He's a guy, and now he says he's a girl. Kavanaugh's trans would-be assassin sentenced to only 8 years in prison as judge takes identity into consideration. So I looked her up, and it's a Biden-appointed judge, and it's just wanted to assassinate not just 1 but 3 Supreme Court justices, Nicholas Roske and the federal judge Deborah Boardman said, no, the prosecution wanted at least 30 years for him. But the Biden Democrat said, 8 years. That way he'll be out in 3 or 4. And then he can get back to being a mentally ill person, Nicholas Roske. So the reason that I went to look it up today is because yesterday's headline made us both laugh. And it was kind of funny and also demented because, they're the Washington Post and everything. But listen to this. Here's the Washington Post headline from yesterday. Here's the first word in the headline. She got 8 years for plotting to kill Justice Kavanaugh. Prosecutors want more. And it's the Washington Post headline. But wait a minute, who is she? And here's a picture of a guy at a store counter. I think he's buying ammunition for his gun. And he's got long hair like a hippie, and he's wearing a Rolling Stones shirt, a classic Rolling Stones shirt. She got 8 years for plotting to kill Justice Kavanaugh. Prosecutors want more because the Biden judge didn't accept the prosecution's recommendation of at least 30 years in prison. Said, now we'll give, and the judge says her, even though it's him, and he was sent to a man's prison. I looked that up today too, because he's a man. And he doesn't become a woman just because he says so, even though Democrats are all mentally ill and gender dysphoric. The Justice Department will appeal the sentence of, listen to the Washington Post, of Sophie Roske. His name is Nicholas Roske. Here's what to expect, the Washington Post. Dan Morse, who might be a transgender himself, writing for the Washington Post. The plot to assassinate Supreme Court Justice Brett M. Kavanaugh was as bizarre as it was terrifying.
Why does that do that?
Listen to this.
No connection
From
and back
her home
online.
in California, he's a man.
Fucking weird.
26-year-old Sophie Roske, that's Nicholas Roske, may or may not be 26 at this point, figured out Kavanaugh's address in suburban Maryland. She, meaning he, brought a gun, practice shooting. He bought a gun, practice shooting, and acquired lock-picking tools, blackface paint. He should get 30 years for that. He's got blackface. He wanted a black person to be blamed because he's a Democrat and a racist. It's pretty amazing stuff. Paint and a laser sight. So he's got for picking locks, lock-picking tools. I have those myself. Blackface, I don't have that. Blackface paint and laser sight. After packing her, meaning his gear, into a suitcase, she, meaning he, checked at a local airport. Roske flew across the country and took a cab to the justice's home, arriving just after 1 a.m. Nothing wrong here. Got his gun, his Glock 17, extra magazines, burglary tools, got blackface. Exactly what prompted Roske's next decision not to proceed with her plan, meaning he. All right, now I got to tell you, the Democrat Party
is a mental illness. Membership is a mental illness. Dan Morse at the Washington Post is mentally ill, and he is not she. Just because he snaps his fingers and says, maybe I'll get better treatment if I say that I'm a tranny. And then he does, from the Biden judge who doesn't take the recommendation of the state prosecuting this case, attempted mass political assassination of Supreme Court justices. And the Democrats are halfway there themselves because they are the party of civil war in the United States of America, and they're mentally ill. Just amazing. Now, one of the things that I was kicking this around over the weekend in texts with friends and one brother of mine. There's a saying that we still have in the American lexicon: "Going postal, going postal," and that as a reference to postal workers, mailmen like Cliff Clavin on Cheers. Going postal because a number of postal workers, as Democrats call them, employees of the post office, shot people and killed them. And I went and I looked that up over the weekend, and I could find 11 instances of postal employees, post office employees, shooting somebody. And very often it's like a postal employee went to work and shot his supervisor and killed one person, supervisor, then maybe killed himself. And there were, I could find 11 such instances. And I'm thinking at this point there have been more instances than that of transgender people committing murders and mass shootings and plots and so on. And so maybe we shouldn't call it going postal anymore. We should call it going tranny. Like went full tranny, shot up the Catholic school, the kids, the teachers, the Christian school in Nashville, the girl who thought that she was a guy and went in and shot the place up, and now the Washington Post, they play along with the mentally ill and say she got 8 years for plotting to kill Justice Kavanaugh. Prosecutors want more. Well, that's because the Biden judge sold out the prosecution because they're all mentally ill. But I'm looking at this.
Get the fuck out of here.
How many mass shootings, mass murders have there been by transgendery people who say, I'm a lady or I'm a man, when they're not, of course. And I think that they may outnumber postal workers at this point. Maybe postal workers, going postal hasn't been used as a term in the news, at least lately. And I'm thinking going full tranny ought to replace that. These people. They're completely out of their minds. All right, now let's go to some audio here because I want to get to more and more news. Boy, there's a lot of news.
There's that fucker on there.
There are primary elections today in New York, and Dan Goldman, who was driven out of a Brooklyn coffee shop for being a Jew, because that's today's Democrat Party. Well, they call everybody Nazis. They dress up like Nazis, but lady Nazis at home, and bring out the riding crop and Raus, the little that sort of stuff. But let's go. Here is the guy that Dan Goldman is running against, and I'm marveling at this. Here is the guy. His name is Brad Lander, and he's a commie. Here's Brad Lander.
And our solidarity, it doesn't end at the Hudson or at the Potomac. Our solidarity stretches out to Cuba and Venezuela.
Yeah.
And it stretches to Gaza.
Yeah, Cuba and Venezuela, communism and communism. Communist Cuba, it's a slave ship in Cuba. If you try to escape, it's called an escape, and they will shoot you in the back and kill you. And he loves them. And so does Barack Obama. He went down there and sucked up to them and posed with Che Guevara murals on the wall. Che Guevara would have gunned down Barack Obama. He was an awful racist. But yeah, black people. They hated black people. Remarkable stuff. And he supports Venezuela and Cuba and Gaza because the terrorists and murderers of the world are Brad Lander's wheelhouse. Isn't that amazing? And also in New York, there's a Democrat candidate, Claire Valdez, and she knows the Democrat lexicon.
The stakes are high. We know that. We are fascists in the White House. We are racist and transphobe in the White House. And we've got billionaires and oligarchs and bosses and corporations who have led us to this point.
Yeah, they're racists and fascists and transphobes in the White House. Transphobe is an irrational word created by mentally ill people to be used by fellow travelers, other mentally ill people. And she is, and everybody's a fascist. While they're driving Jews out of coffee shops in Brooklyn, they call Trump a fascist and a Nazi and a racist, while they're aborting 40% of the black babies in America. More parking for all of us. Here's Claire Valdez.
You know, the difference here really is I'm a democratic socialist. I'm very proud to be running as that. I'm a proud union organizer. And I think being able to organize a movement is essential in this moment when we have a fascist in the White House.
The old fascists in the White House. And they have, and then again, Dan Goldman, Democrat member of Congress, driven out of a coffee shop for being a Jew, while they call everybody fascist. No sense of irony. Claire Valdez is a socialist.
When working people come together, we can move mountains.
By blowing them up and burying people
We
under
can
them.
stand unapologetically with our trans siblings. We can put our bodies in the way of the deportation machine. We can rebuild the labor movement into a fighting force for the whole working class.
For the whole working class, this is class warfare, race warfare, and they are not on our side. Boy, are they not on our side at all. This is today's Democrat Party, and this is what Jack was talking about from California. Let the Democrats have the commies. Let them elect these commies. Expose them for who they are, and maybe eyes will be opened before the Democrats bring about their second civil war in the United States of America. There's more of these people they have running. Oh, and I look forward to getting to Andrew Cuomo's former chief of staff. That's coming up.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Some areas clearing out from the rush hour, but we are still jammed into Georgetown. Canal Road, MacArthur, Vauxhall Boulevard, all over to the Key Bridge, and the inbound Key Bridge solid its length. George Washington Parkway southbound finally improving to the 14th Street Bridge. Still watch for some Beltway delays, Interloop into Annandale, and the Interloop leaving Tyson's toward the Legion Bridge. Beltway Silver Spring, broken downs reported on the outer loop between Colesville Road and Georgia Avenue, slow through there. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Few showers and possibly a thunderstorm this afternoon. Cloudy with a high 78. Mostly cloudy overnight, low 62.
Payroll's running, 401k added. So simple. Who the? Hey there, I'm you with Gusto Payroll. You look so relaxed. Sure, payroll's done. Compliance is covered and even signed the new lease. Love this for me.
Doc, am I seeing double?
Just me with more gusto. Get crystal clear payroll, benefits, and HR so you can double down in your business. Choose a future with gusto.
Your next act doesn't have to start from scratch. With Fora, you can become a travel advisor and build a business using the skills you already have and be supported every step of the way. Fora gives you everything you need to start a successful travel business with over 700 training courses, live coaching, and a powerful booking platform all in one place. Work on your own terms with no sales quotas or minimums so you can grow your business at a pace that fits your life. Along the way, you're able to tap into a community of seasoned professionals who are also building their own travel businesses. And you don't need prior experience. Fora provides the technology and training that meets you where you are. Plus, your personal and professional network is one of your biggest assets. You can start earning commission by booking trips for your friends and family. Your new journey starts here. Become a Fora advisor today at foratravel.com/earn. That's FORA travel.com/earn.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas.
You want opportunity. You want purpose. A chance to lead and serve in meaningful ways.
This is purpose-driven education. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop tested over and over. We do all that to the V6 powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
This is Service Pro Sports with Jobber. Today's MVP, a lawn care pro. One tap, real-time updates, 0 callbacks. That's how you earn 5 stars. Start a free trial at jobber.com.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Spain is currently trading at over 17% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out over $530 if they win soccer's biggest prize. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. No house, no odds makers. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code JUMP to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl.
Why does that fucking keep
you
doing
with
that,
more gusto.
cocksucker?
Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Starlight Children's Foundation brightens the lives of sick kids like my son Ben, who was born with congenital heart disease. Learn more about Starlight by visiting starlight.org today.
WMAL, making sense of the border, because laws either matter or they don't. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
All right, we have. I got to tell you, and I want to get to the Governor Cuomo's chief of staff, former, but I also want to go to the telephones, talk to the great American people, and let's go to line number 4, Michael. I love everybody on the board. Let's go to John calling from Silver Spring, Maryland. Oh, John, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris, it's Don. I'm in Leisure World in the People's Republic of Montgomery County. And I went and voted in person today, because I always do it in person.
Uh-huh.
And I used to be a Democrat, now I'm an American, so I got a Republican ballot. And I opened up the folder, because I do it on paper. I fill in the blanks. I had 2 ballots. I got to vote twice, except I was honest and let them know. I said, do I get to vote twice? Does everyone get to vote twice, or just the people that got the mail-in ones and me? And so I ended up spoiling one of the ballots and, only voted once. But if I'd been a Democrat, I got 2, I could have voted twice. It just really gives me confidence in the system. It's,
Yeah. Oh, the Democrat governor and the Democrat state house, and they're sending out ballots. And hey, put 2 in there for everybody. Bon, you did the right thing, obviously, but it does take the wind out of your sails when it comes to having confidence in our political system. The Democrats, we were the envy of the world, our elections, but the Democrats have taken over. Now no one has confidence in our elections.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. President Trump is threatening Iran once again as the country's leadership says the president is lying about the terms of their agreement.
After Vice President J.D. Vance announced that Iran has agreed to allow international atomic energy inspectors into their country, President Trump posted on Truth Social this morning saying, in part, if they did not agree to this, there would be no further negotiations. Well, the Iranians today are going on the record saying they did not agree to this point. Now, President Trump saying that if Iran doesn't live up to their end of the agreement, he'll do what he has to do.
Fox News' Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. A new revelation about an old ransom note and the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. The note claimed she had died.
The second note sent to media outlets in February following the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie is believed to have said she was, quote, buried with nature. It followed the first note that said she was safe and demanded a ransom of millions of dollars in cryptocurrency in return for Guthrie, who was the 84-year-old mother of Today's Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie. News outlets agreed to a request by law enforcement not to report on the contents of the notes while they investigated. Guthrie was reported missing from her home near Tucson on February 1st. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Oh my God! Tens of thousands of homes in Fairfax County were left in the dark last night after violent storms buzzed through the Burke area, snapping trees and bringing them down onto cars and rooftops.
We did hear from Fairfax County Fire and Rescue. They tell us no injuries were reported. Somewhat of a miracle to think about of this storm, of just how bad it was. And a lot of what the neighbors told us last night is they said they thought a tornado might have hit the area because that's how intense those winds were. Obviously, all the damage that came down. We did hear preliminary from the National Weather Service. They said at this time they don't believe a tornado struck, just really strong winds.
7 News' Liana Golden this morning about 1,600 Dominion Energy customers still without power in Fairfax County. Local police are investigating another violent and illegal car meet, this one in the dead of night Saturday morning near BWI Airport.
We get a call where there was a large crowd dispersing with shots fired in an unknown disturbance. About 4:40 in the morning, we get there, we find a victim who's suffering from an apparent gunshot wound to the torso.
Anne Arundel police tell 7 News that single shooting turned into 6 as victims started popping up in hospital emergency rooms on their own. No word on what sparked the shots or any suspects in the case. A similar meetup in Colombia back in April also saw 6 shot, including one person who died. The DOJ appealing the dismissal of human smuggling charges against Kilmar Abrego Garcia in a 2022 traffic stop in Tennessee.
Last month, a U.S. district judge concluded that while there was insufficient evidence to prove the government was being vindictive, the government could not justify the sudden shift from wanting to deport Abrego Garcia to suddenly prosecuting him. Abrego Garcia had pleaded not guilty to the human smuggling charges prior to them being dismissed, possibly to Liberia or another country.
7 News' John Rogers. The Dow is down 110 points, the NASDAQ down 325. Traffic and weather next.
Your next act doesn't have to start from scratch. With Fora, you can become a travel advisor and build a business using the skills you already have and be supported every step of the way. Fora gives you everything you need to start a successful travel business with over 700 training courses, live coaching, and a powerful booking platform all in one place. Work on your own terms with no sales quotas or minimums so you can grow your business at a pace that fits your life. Along the way, you're able to tap into a community of seasoned professionals who are also building their own travel businesses. And you don't need prior experience. Fora provides the technology and training that meets you where you are. Plus, your personal and professional network is one of your biggest assets. You can start earning commission by booking trips for your friends and family. Your new journey starts here. Become a Fora advisor today at foratravel.com/earn. That's FORA travel.com/earn.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
WMAL traffic, Steve Hirschhorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Around the belly now, the inner loop northbound on 495. Pretty slow, Brannock Road up to 7 with a couple of breaks in between. After that, though, it's very slow from the toll road to the Clara Barton Parkway. Inner loop in Montgomery County is under speed, 355 over to Connecticut Avenue. Then the inner loop slows from Route 1 in College Park down to the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. Outer loop, accident now after Colesville Road blocks the right lane, causing delays from New Hampshire Avenue. The outer loop is also slow from the 270 spur to the George Washington Parkway. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
A few showers around. There will be a thunderstorm mixed in as we get into the afternoon, 78. That'll end quickly tonight during the evening hours. Then clouds give way to a clearing sky, settling back to about 62. Wednesday, sunshine, low 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, WMAL.
73 degrees now at Reagan National Airport. I'm John Matthews. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
The billionaires aren't taking shortcuts. The war machine isn't taking shortcuts. So neither are we. Friends, when we fight, when we fight, that's right. Solidarity forever, free Palestine, abolish ICE.
The Communist Party has taken over the Democrat Party. Abolish ICE, support Hamas, terrorist group that would kill us all. The Democrat Party is a suicidal death cult. They're like Jonestown on Capitol Hill. Not the good guys. That was Claire Valdez. She's a racist and a Jew hater and an America hater and a capitalism hater and a success hater. She's a communist. She calls herself a socialist, but most communists do and always have. Sounds much better than communist. But then they get around to killing everybody eventually. We're a very happy Tuesday to you, and welcome back once again. We remain at 888-630-9625. The Democrats, they got these fraud operations going on, billions of dollars. I told you yesterday, one of the Democrat fraudsters was arrested in the Philippines, $1.2 billion in fraud from social welfare programs, and he had been caught and sentenced, but he fled the country because the Democrats are bad at everything, and arrested in the Philippines. But they love fraud, whether it be Medicare, Medicaid, or whatever you name a government program, and they'll defraud it because they're the left. In New York, they're running a radical and extremist named Brad Lander for the House of Representatives, and he's running against a Jewish American liberal Democrat, member of the House of Representatives, Dan Goldman, who went into a liberal Democrat coffee shop in Brooklyn, New York, and got a nastygram from them afterwards saying, "We don't serve Jews here. You support Israel. We don't. You must leave." And you know, the Major League Baseball, they're trying to flay Christians, and the Democrats out in the streets are trying to flay Jews, but no problem with Muslims. They've got radical Islam in their back pocket. The red-green coalition, the communists and the jihadis, the Islamists, the Democrat Party, aren't they amazing? Yes, they are. Claire Valdez at a Bernie rally. They got Bernie and these communists came together, and Mamdani in New York. They all came together because they're pushing the hardest left-wing political party in the history of the United States of America, at least in the mainstream. We had a few fringe types, and Barack Obama invited the communists, William Ayers and Bernardine Dohrn, terrorists, Bernardine Dohrn and William Ayers, terrorists that Barack Obama's been palling around with forever after he was mentored as a teenager by the Communist Party leader, Frank Marshall Davis, the Democrat Party. Aren't they something? And there's more. I want to get, we've got these socialists running in New York and California and beyond, and they're unabashed anti-Semites and anti-American, anti-capitalist, all that good stuff. And in a moment, I want to get to Andrew Cuomo's former chief of staff. He was the Democrat governor of the state of New York after his father was the Democrat governor of the state of New York. It's like, Papa Doc and Baby Doc. The Duvaliers in Haiti. But before we go to the next audio sound bites, Michael, let's go to the American people and talk to the great American people. We're at 888-630-9625. Let's go to Kevin calling from South Carolina, beautiful and wonderful South Carolina. Kevin, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Chris, good morning. It's such a pleasure to talk to you. You're a national treasure, my friend. I hope you never retire from broadcasting.
You're very kind. Thank you. I hope I never retire from broadcasting. I need the money, you know.
Well, listen, the reason why I'm calling, I'm 67 years old, so I think we're kind of similar in age. And I've been listening to radio my entire life. And finally, one day in the mail, I got the Holy Grail envelope I've been waiting for. This beautiful envelope. I rip it open and 2 crisp $1 bills fall out of the envelope.
Wow.
Yes, it's an organization called Nielsen that wants me to fill out a little radio diary. They call it a radio diary, Chris. And it basically is a piece of paper going Monday through Sunday, every hour listed, and they want to know what radio programs I listen to.
Wow.
Well, of course, I was gleeful. I was gleeful to get this thing because the first thing I did was Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon is Chris Plant. I gave you a full 3 hours, my friend, because I enjoy the program that much.
Well, you're very kind. And the Nielsen ratings people, that sounds like the old-fashioned. I got to tell you, Nielsen, the whole ratings thing with radio and beyond, but radio in particular, the whole Nielsen ratings thing has become problematic. Because of the way it's a bizarro thing. What you're describing sounds to me like the antiquated, obsolete diary system, they call it. And I love that they sent you 2 crisp $1 bills.
I
hope they weren't George Floyd counterfeit bills or anything like that, but crisp bills. And then the diary, they used to call it the diary system, and that's what they do. They pay people a small amount of money and ask them to write down what radio you listen to, and that was their method of providing ratings for decades and decades. And then they switched to a meter system where they give people something that looks like a pager that you'd put on your belt if you're, a doctor or an engineer, and the pager eavesdrops on everything that's going on around you, and it knows if you're listening to WMAL in Washington or WLS in Chicago. And it tells how many minutes you listen, and then you go home and you put that device in a cradle at home that's plugged into the internet, and it feeds the data back. But it's crazy because there's a lot of distrust when it comes to Nielsen ratings these days, because they found, for example, in Washington D.C., we found that they put an overabundance of meters. They call them meters in Prince George's County out in Maryland, outside of D.C., a largely black county, I think the wealthiest black county in the country or something, and a lot of crime and a lot of bad stuff, but not a lot of WMAL listeners. And we've learned that the Nielsen ratings people have kind of weighted the process, and it's weird. But I'm thrilled to hear that in South Carolina you got an old-fashioned letter in the mail with 2 $1 bills, and then the diary to fill out. And I got to tell you, the old system, it might be more reliable than the meter system has become.
Well, exactly. It's better than, the usual mail-in ballots that the Dems want to keep piling in. But I also tossed Vince Colonnese a couple hours because from noon to 2, I listen to Vince. And then I threw Hannity an hour. Hannity doesn't need my hour, but I threw it to him anyway because he's a decent guy. The other thing, Chris, if you have a moment, I want to offer a comment about the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
You betcha. Yeah, man, that's why we're here.
Okay, so, it's like most people, I hear that there's been a shooting, so I quickly turn the TV on. I've got Fox News on. So I'm watching Fox, and I flip over to Newsmax, so I'm going back and forth. But, the journalists, they don't really know what to do in a situation like that. They're just basically, trying to fill time, repeating themselves. But I was struck by the lovely Jackie Heinrich on Fox News because she was broadcasting with Kevin Corke was interviewing her.
Right.
And Jackie had gotten to safety, and she told Kevin, you don't understand what I had to do. I ran out, and I had to actually call an Uber on my phone to get the safety. And Kevin Cork's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Such dedication.
And
Jackie.
armored
and she's
Uber
in this
with
beautiful red. Yeah, and she's in this red strapless sequins dress, barely covering, everything. I'm like, where do they get their money for their designer clothes? And I'm
Bless her heart.
her running out. I'm picturing her running out of the hotel and looking for the Fox limo, but I think Brett Baer and Jesse Waters have commandeered it. And I can see the driver pulling away from the curb, and the driver's pulling away from the curb and says, guys, isn't that Jackie Heinrich trying to flag us down? And Brett and Jesse say, no, let's get the heck out of here. And then poor Jackie's left at the curb, and she's got to get an Uber to rough it like the rest of Americans to get the safety.
Wow.
She says, and then, I know, and not to interrupt, but Cork says, well, Jackie, what'd you do then? She goes, well, I had to call my mother right away to tell her that I was safe. And then, of course, here's the punchline, Chris. Of course, my next call was to my fiance, and my fiance is a member of Congress. So I had to let him know what had happened and I was safe. Well, Jackie, I'm glad that Mom's knowing you're okay, and the member of Congress that your fiance is okay. That's good news, too. But I just found that kind of humorous.
That is a very Washington story, a very, very Washington story. And I got to say, I had to call Uber is laugh out loud funny. And there's a gunfight going on at the Washington Hilton Hotel in the International Ballroom, and the president's here and the cabinet and members of Congress, but not Jackie Heinrich's fiance, which is funny. I had to call an Uber. I'm thinking, here you got like regular Uber, and then you got Uber Black. And then maybe you should have armored Uber. You should be able to call an armored vehicle in Washington, D.C. to pick you up and bring you from place to place. Yeah, that's right. And it's good to be bulletproof if you can be. Well, that's a funny story. And the Nielsen diary ratings thing, that's funny, too. I'm glad you put Vince in there. Vince is great, and he's a great friend. And, his mothership is WMAL in Washington also. And our studios are next door to each other, and we're great friends, and he's wonderful. I love Vince's show also. We've got a great line. WMAL is it's a powerhouse of a talk radio station. That is great stuff, Kevin, and you tell a story well too.
Oh, thank you. Last quick question.
Yeah.
In your early years of broadcasting, did you ever bump into Richard Threlkeld with CBS?
That's funny. As a kid, because I grew up in a CBS family, and I, mostly in Chicago, because I was in Chicago, and my stepfather was assigned to Chicago when I was a kid. But then he moved to DC when I was a teenager, and I stayed in Chicago. But Threlkeld was one of the classics from the golden age of CBS News. Yeah,
you bet.
Yeah.
See, he's originally from my hometown, Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Wow.
And he started his career at a CBS affiliate in Cedar Rapids, WMT. My dad was the chief engineer there.
Wow.
And Threlkeld's like a distant cousin. And my dad got him his first job at the CBS affiliate in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And obviously he moved on to bigger and better things after that. But he was a very nice guy, Richard Threlkeld. He died too young in an auto accident, I think, out in Connecticut. He was driving, unfortunately, one of those little Mini Coopers, and didn't do well in a snowstorm and hit a truck or something. But just very unfortunate, but a great guy.
Yeah, that is the old days of television news before it went completely and utterly to hell.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. But keep up the good work, my friend. I just really enjoy the program, and you're tops on my list. So thank you very much for what you do.
You're very kind. I appreciate that very much. I do, and it's a fun call. I'm glad you called in with your story, and you're a great storyteller. I bet you're good around the dinner table too. Dropped out there. All right, thank you. Listen, Cap, thank you very much. I want to get back to the end. Richard Threlkeld. Haven't heard that name. I heard not too long ago, I guess. All right, let's go to Michael. Let's go back to some audio here because we have sound bites to play. We've been playing these lunatic Democrats in New York, Claire Valdez, total communist, and wants to steal everything from everybody. And this guy Brad Lander. They've got these loons, and they've got another crazy person there. But right now, I want to play. Let's go to Melissa De Rosa. And this woman is the now former chief of staff to then New York Democrat Governor Andrew Cuomo. And so she's a lifelong Democrat and Cuomo family person, Democrat Party person and so on. And she was on the television last night, and she was talking about the state of the Democrat Party and all these socialists running who want to steal everything and betray the United States and pack the Supreme Court or put term limits on the Supreme Court, which is the new Democrat plan to steal power like the criminals that they are. And everything they do, they want to do away with the Electoral College, like Scamberger in Virginia, who signed into law legislation that should be overruled by the Supreme Court. We might have to send troops into Richmond again because, remove Jefferson Davis and the Democrats down there, Scamberger and the gang. But here is Melissa DeRosa, who was Andrew Cuomo's chief of staff when he was the Democrat governor of New York, talking about the state of the Democrat Party.
Well, first of all, they're not Democrats, right? They're socialists, and they're essentially parasites. They've decided that they cannot win on their own by creating their own party, so they're going to latch onto the Democratic Party, feed off of it, with the overall goal of taking it over and killing it.
That's correct. Melissa DeRosa sees clearly what is happening to her party, and it's Bernie Sanders. This is Bernie Sanders' heyday. This is the day that Bernie Sanders has always dreamed of as a communist, and he's a filthy, stinking communist who married another communist, and they honeymooned in the USSR, the Soviet Union, before the fall of the Soviet Union, and Ronald Reagan helped collapse the Soviet Union. They keep using, these commies in New York keep using the word solidarity. Here is Melissa DeRosa.
That's what the DSA is doing. They started this back in 2016 with Bernie versus Hillary. AOC then gets elected in 2018. You see the introduction of the squad and what's been happening since then. And so this year, they really do feel like it's their big opportunity. They are going for broke. And you don't see them trying to win purple seats or red seats. You see them trying to pick off Democrats in safe blue seats.
Yeah, and safe blue seats, and that's their thing. I'll tell you. Yeah, it's now the Democrat Party. I keep hearing, there's a civil war in the Democrat Party. No, the Democrat Party is waging civil war against the United States of America again, as they did the first time around, because they love bullwhipping the slaves so much and raping, of course, because the more the Democrats change, the more they stay the same. Well, now, Melissa DeRosa is correct. I could have lunch with her and have a perfectly reasonable conversation. And she's a Democrat. See? Huh? I'm open-minded. I can talk to people as long as they're not insane.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
I've got 3 big chunks and they do what they want. Never zooming or approving of the toys I bought. And when they urinate, it subjugates to humankind. But mama knows when they go, it clumps just fine. Yeah, it ain't gonna stick, no, it's all gonna clump. 3 big chunks making 3 perfect clumps. I scoop it, I'm done. Easy to scoop, no big whoop. World's best cat litter for the world's best cat.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand, inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price. One place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life's sleep.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 50% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
Grand Canyon University, an affordable private Christian university, is one of the largest universities in the country, offering more than 285 programs online. In addition to federal grants and aid, GCU's online students received nearly $161 million in institutional scholarships in 2024. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you may qualify for.
With networks like Fox News, CNN, MS Now, and more, Sling is the best way to get the news you care about, which is great for everyone. Well, almost everyone.
Where's that dang paper boy? I need my news outdated and rolled up like a burrito. Finally, now I can read all about what happened forever ago.
Get the most important news delivered reliably at the best price. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com/news to see your offer.
This summer, don't squeeze in, spread out. Find homes big enough for your whole guest list on Vrbo. From family reunions to trips with friends, Vrbo has spacious summer stays for every group, size, and budget. That's vacation rentals done right. Start exploring on Vrbo and book your next stay now.
What's Spectrum Internet? It's the most reliable internet to stream, game, and browse the way you want. It's also security to keep your whole family safe online. And it's adding the power of Wi-Fi 7 to your home so you're ready for today and tomorrow. That's fast, secure, and future-ready internet for your family. So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be. Switch today at spectrum.com. Services not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
First thing each morning, O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on WMAL.
Yes, I have an update. I have an update for everyone here because we just talking to our great friend, our great caller, Kevin from South Carolina. And he said Jackie Heinrich is talking about how she's got to call her fiance after calling mom. Got to call her fiance who's a member of Congress, she said. And I was just texted a moment ago saying, well, the member of Congress is no longer Jackie Heinrich's fiance. No longer Jay. I said, no, that's terrible. What happened? And so, no, it's okay. They got married on Saturday. Just the other day, they got married. Jackie Heinrich married her Republican congressman fiance, Brian Fitzpatrick, in what they describe as a lavish New York City ceremony. Why would you have any other kind of New York City ceremony? It would have to be lavish, of course. Lavish New York City wedding. Representative Brian Fitzpatrick, the Republican, tied the knot Saturday in New York City. Pretty good stuff. So congratulations to Jackie Heinrich, who seems perfectly nice, and Congressman Fitzpatrick. Isn't that wonderful? Very nice. At St. Patrick's Cathedral, I went to my first wedding there.
This is the Chris Plant Show.
WMAL WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10:30. Good morning. I'm John Matthews. The Pentagon says it needs roughly...
I'm not liking you too much either, Rusty, since you want to go this route. Both you and Wiggin. Don't neither one of you dare come up here. Hey, Wiggin, why don't you and Rusty come on up here? I dare you. I feel like I sound like Bud Noble. I dare ya. Go live. I dare ya. Damn, Bud Noble. I hate everybody, but I love everybody. Damn, Bud Noble. Mama was a preacher. My name is Sebastian, and I'm from Canada, and I'm for white Christian nations. Hey, just a reminder, Rusty, you're the one who introduced Tom Flash out here. You found this motherfucker. You talk about creepy. Sorry, German lady. I can't associate with you and have you supporting Rusty. You can support Rusty. I support you. You know, it's fun while it lasted. You see what they do. Rusty's just as bad as Vader is, if not worse. In fact, Rusty is worse than Vader. She helped JC dox my mother, German lady. Now she's all with fucking KMO. Bunch of fucking creeps. She's calling Chrissy Jello Brain when look at the people she's fucking made friends with. Rum's a Jello Brain. Alpesh Patel is a fucking Jello Brain. Mad Jim is a Jello Brain. You're a Jello Brain, actually, Rusty. So keep running your mouth about me. Sorry, Aaron. She doesn't get to run her mouth and talk about people, and then if I can't say anything about her name or anything like that, fucking doxing motherfucks. And Wiggin doesn't know well enough to leave something alone. Should have shut your mouth to me, Wiggin. Because you're no better than Rusty. In fact, I see you two in the same light. In fact, I'm fucking sick of you. Sick of you, Sebastian. You're a dumb motherfucker.
Dollar deals soar off the shelves. Offers valid while supplies last on select items originally priced at $1.75 and $1.50. Selection varies by store.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms.
I just sit here and stare at the camera and smoke a joint.
You want opportunity. You want purpose. A chance to lead and serve in meaningful ways.
This is purpose-driven education. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. $4, $6, and $8.
Well, why you even try, Alpesh? You know,
WMAL.
Go ahead.
Sense of party politics. Somebody's got.
Go ahead. Be a genius.
To stream us for free.
I'll make you scared and paranoid.
And nobody heard what you said. Your fucking volume's turned way down. Janie.
Because my friend Tim said, oh, yeah, Jackie Hendricks' fiance is no longer her fiance. And then, hit send. Then they got married on Saturday. Very nice. Jackie Heinrich and Republican Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick, who I now see as a former FBI agent, and he was first assigned to the FBI in New York City. Jackie Heinrich as a network news reporter, first assigned to New York. They talk about how both of their grandparents came through Ellis Island from Hungary for Jackie Heinrich and from Ireland, of course, for Fitzpatrick.
That's fine. Rusty's an idiot, though. So,
I just looked at this.
That person's an idiot.
Heinrich is 37 and Fitzpatrick
Double
is
standard,
52.
two-faced fucking bitch. I can't stand her. She's a liberal,
kind of a little closer
a
to
feminist.
usual in age, I think. They exchanged vows at a full Catholic.
Well, she's
mass
delusional
at
too.
St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Rusty's no better than
before
Wiggin.
celebrating with more than 300 guests aboard a yacht.
That's the way it
cruising
is.
New York Harbor. And listen to this. The ceremony was officiated by Cardinal Timothy Dolan.
I don't need any wrenches. I'm my own wrench.
She's a TV actress.
I can moderate a chat all by myself. No fucking problem.
But that's great fun in New York. And that reminds me, of course, that the first wedding I ever attended was in St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City as a child living in New York. And here's the best part. The first wedding I ever went to was my mother's wedding. It was my mother's wedding. My mother, Barbara Ann Barnes, and by that time she was Barbara Ann Barnes Orteg, because I was 5 years old. Now, my father had died when I was 5 months old, so my mother became...
I just got to say, German lady, it's a little hard to rebrand my fucking chat with Rusty's support. Because Rusty's no better than Wiggin. They both want to control my chat. Both of them. Go back and listen to some of my old streams if you think you must. Maybe I need to bring them up. Wiggin up here. I've been trying to tell you that Rusty and Gotti are trying to take over your chat. So aren't you? They're all doing it. Shut up, German lady. Don't talk to me. All right? I want to hear. She watches me. She gives shit away. They fucking share stuff. She talks about me. She blocks me and talks about me. So you're wrong, German lady. That's all there is to it. You're wrong. She's a fucking menace. She harasses people. She's no better than Wiggin. They do the same shit. Yeah. All I ask is for you to be honest with me. You're not being honest with me. That's all there is to it.
Who wants to destroy the world and kill everyone in it, because that's what commies do. But Dan Goldman is a Democrat. He's a member of the House of Representatives, and he's not marrying anybody. But he did go to a coffee shop in Brooklyn, and they discovered that he's a Jew. So they drove him out and said he should never come back, because the Democrat Party is just out of the closet, anti-Semitic today. And here's one of the things I was texting back and forth with somebody yesterday. And the Democrat Party created this monster. And ironically, to a large extent, liberal Democrat Jews in New York created the left-wing
I don't put
Democrat Party,
all
the
my
left
faith
branch,
in
and now
the Europeans
the left wing,
like
it's
Rusty
the
and
old, first they,
Doug
you know,
and the
came
rest
to
of
the
them,
Jews,
you know,
and I didn't
Wiggin.
speak because I was not Jewish.
Right?
And
You're not American.
The Democrats created this monster, and to some extent, Jewish liberals created this monster.
You don't have
That
a fucking
has
say so
now
in our
turned into the
political
beast that has turned
discord
around
here
and
in
is
the
eating
States.
Jewish liberals alive. And I got to tell you, I've been saying this for how long now? If you're Jewish and you're a Democrat, you really need to wake up.
I don't owe anybody
and,
apology.
Smell the coffee here, because it ain't coffee.
I ain't apologizing to anybody.
It's something else.
I've already apologized to it. I need to
ash
apologize for it.
falling
So
from the
fuck you.
sky. I got to tell you, they're empowering the most radical political extremists.
Do you see me using JC's dead husband or her father? She's the one who doxed my mother. She could have told Randy back, no, don't use his mother. No, let's not go that route. But she didn't. Rusty is, if not for double standards, she wouldn't have any standards at all. Seriously, I mean, she's a hypocrite. Aaron posting a comment on my stream. Oh, you're putting her at risk, putting her real name out there, you know, because, you know, especially she's a woman.
She couldn't have been nicer and allowed my daughter to go use the bathroom. And I honestly was so grateful for her kindness that I felt like I should buy a coffee. And so I did, and I gave her a large tip. And it was diametrically opposite to that post that I came upon later.
She came upon the post later, and it was diametrically opposed to the post that came along later, telling him, and she's wearing a hijab. She's an Islamist, wearing a hijab in New York City, and he went in, and gosh, she was so nice. And then as soon as I left, I got a message telling me to never come back again because we don't like your type around here. You know, you Jews and all that, and supporting the just amazing stuff. They sent him on social media. They sent him from Poetica Coffee in Brooklyn, New York. Hey, Representative Dan Goldman, we see that you stopped by our shop today for a coffee.
I mean, Rusty said it herself. You come in here, you're in public, you put yourself out there.
Yeah, because they're committing genocide, not Hamas.
But if you do it to her, she gets mad.
Terrorists. They're terrorist supporters. It's like Nazi supporters in World War II. Or
been going on since JC opened her chat.
You know, genocide Jews. Of course, they started the Hamas,
nothing but a fucking bunch of Trump haters,
genocide, and they're supporting the actual genocide.
All fucking CNN moderators, right? KMO.
See,
you had a really good time during that CNN chat room, didn't you?
Fascists, homophobes, genocide enablers. But when the people you're supporting are the true homophobes, and they're the true genocide enablers. But you're too stupid and corrupt, and you've been brainwashed. And
Rusty is a feminist.
That's the plural.
She hates other people's kids. I watched her do it to Wiggin.
Poetica. We don't.
And then Wiggin, he is the way he is. You know, all his women are fucking drug addicts.
Because
that's why his children are born crippled.
Because you want to wipe out the Jews. Just
how you like that, you fucker?
You're homophobes.
You want to call me a kid toucher?
You support Hamas and radical Islamists who are genuinely. Throwing homos off the roof and all that. It's not an irrational fear. It's a murderous tangent. And genocide enablers, you're enabling Hamas, which is genocidal. Or anyone in between, they wrote. Too bad we didn't recognize you right away, or we would have turned you away. Juden.
You guys are the one who made this personal.
You a refund, credit card apparently. We don't need your money. It's probably coming from AIPAC anyways. Enjoy your loss Tuesday, because today he's being primaried by a communist. Don't ever come to Poetica. That's the message that he got, because this is what the Democrat Party has done today to America and to Jews. They're quite amazing. Soundbite number 8, Dan Goldman on. And he is on with Laura Coates on CNN. she seemed just fine with it. She didn't read off with but here it is. It continued.
It's a reflection, I think, of a sad state of affairs.
That's true.
Without knowing me, we could have had such a nice interaction. Two people, obviously from different backgrounds, different faiths, but that's what America is. And that's what New York City is. That is what I believe in.
Mm-hmm. This is what your party has created. And you are a Jewish Democrat liberal. Your party created this monster. You guys opened the floodgates to the illegal aliens, to the jihadis, the thousands and thousands of Chinese military-age men, the Tren de Aragua, honestly, MS-13, rapists, murderers, and the jihadis. And you have welcomed this because your party, Dan Goldman, the Democrat Party, and people that call themselves liberals, have turned Jews into the villains and the terrorists into the heroes. Right? The terrorists are the victims, and because they're brown and Jews are not, although they're both Semites, Jews and Arabs, but pay no attention to that. The Democrat Party created this beast, and now, Dan Goldman, you've got to live with what your party created, and maybe you should consider telling the truth just to break with party tradition. All right, soundbite number 10. It's just amazing. And he's kind of about 5 steps behind here on what his party has done to his party and what his party has done to race relations. And Barack Obama, most racially divisive political figure the country's ever seen. And now you've sicked the dogs on the Jews. And we've seen this movie before, I think. Honestly, it's Obama's List. Here's Dan Goldman again on CNN.
What is going on in the Middle East is horrific. And
always has
the
been.
idea of accusing someone who you don't know of, supporting a genocide. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I may disagree as to whether or not there's a genocide, but come on, we're better than this, and we need to be better than this.
We're better than this, and we need to be better than this. You guys are the party of George Floyd. You're the party of Luigi Mangione. You're the party of murder and assassination. You're the party of suicide attacks. You're pro-terrorism and pro-terrorists. You're anti-Semites. Even your Jews are anti-Semites. It's amazing. Dan Goldman was on CNN. I think he enjoyed himself.
We have to stop dividing ourselves so much.
What?
And try to find the common ground and unify, especially within the Democratic Party, because the person who is inflicting so much damage on every New Yorker's lives on a day-to-day basis is not 6,000 miles away. He's in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And that is who the enemy is. That we.
Oh, the enemy is Donald Trump. Oh, we're doomed.
That's Dan Goldman. He's a Democrat, and I've got to say, I'm going to go back to Kevin. I think Kevin could be right. Dan Goldman should lose to the terrorists.
I wonder if Tom Flash likes popsicles.
Ignorant sluts.
Does your mother buy you food?
Just one.
They give you fucking food stamps for being a retard.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Really, he is the most pro-Israel president.
Attention deficit disorder, is that what you have?
The history of the country, certainly in modern times. And because the Democrats are all Jew haters, and that means
no, I didn't fire German lady.
Raised by communist.
Taking a wrench off of somebody doesn't mean you're fired. I let her have her wrench. I've let Rusty. Lots of people have wrenches in here, except for you, Sebastian.
And I got to tell you,
because you're a dumb fucker, Sebastian.
Your dark and remote location.
Sebastian, you want to take Billy on? You want to come up here, you stupid fuck? Why don't you come up here, turn your camera on? Let's see what you have for furniture in your house. Let me see if you've been punching holes in the sheetrock like you did at that last apartment. Getting mad over YouTube stuff, don't you? Huh? Or were you mad because somebody let you a whole bunch of money and you lost it all at the fucking casino? Chrissy still hasn't answered my question. Hey, Chrissy, how have you benefited by fucking giving him all that cash? Did he give you your money back plus 10% for being nice to him, for borrowing money? Huh? Patrick Roll wants to come up. Said Boogie Woogie Man. I'm going to ban you, Wiggin. Or Wiggin. Yeah, I just called Patrick Roll Wiggin. Yeah, see, if I don't have a bunch of wrenches in my chat, then I don't have to deal with the stigma of having problems with people with wrenches. And the people who have had wrenches in my chat, nobody's abused it. You know? You're invisible to me now, Patrick. Because I got you blocked. Now I got you banned from my panel on that account. You're going to have to come in with a new account. I don't know if you can make one or not. It would seem like you'd be able to. You fucking seem to know your way around the internet a little bit. I can't understand, nice summer day like this, you're not out riding your motorcycle, picking up women. If I had a motorcycle right now, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be out riding around anyway. I don't know if I'd be able to pick up any women.
Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The Nissan Road. Pack it. Push it. Rev it. Rip it. Test it. Trust it. Drive it. You can take it. The 2026 Nissan Rogue. Built for all the noisy, crazy, happy chaos you can throw at it. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. For JD Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
With networks like Fox News, CNN, MS Now, and more, Sling is the best way to get the news you care about, which is great for everyone. Well, almost everyone.
Where's that dang paper boy? I need my news outdated and rolled up like a burrito. Finally, now I can read all about what happened forever ago.
Get the most important news delivered reliably at the best price. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com/news to see your offer.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Imagine having complete clarity about your health, not just test results, but a clear plan built around you. Today, body scans and lab tests are easy to access, but true peace of mind comes from understanding what they mean and what to do next.
At Princeton Longevity Center, we go
Time
beyond
is it?
testing
to deliver clarity, strategy, and physician-led care designed to help protect and extend your
Somebody
life.
at my
Our
door.
patients work directly with board-certified physicians specializing in preventive and longevity medicine, not algorithms, not generic reports.
But real doctors who understand your history, your risks, and your goals.
Yes, we use advanced imaging and comprehensive diagnostics.
But what truly matters is what comes next.
We interpret the results.
Connect the dots and deliver a physician-led, personalized plan you can act on with confidence.
Because information alone doesn't change outcomes.
Insight does.
At Princeton Longevity Center, your care doesn't end with a test.
It begins there.
Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. That's 888-8000.
that unnecessary, those unnecessary pounds. Right?
I had a visitor.
Step further. Helps your body burn fat, turn it into energy instead of storing it. No,
they came to inspect my apartment.
Let's go. No more wasting.
They just had an apartment
Just give it a
inspection.
shot. I'm not confident it's going to work for you. Go to brickhousenutrition.com/Dan.
The VA.
Promo code Dan, my first name, for 20% off.
Because they subsidize my rent.
Brickhousenutrition.com
They have to renew it.
/Dan. Promo code Dan. Pick up your bottle of lean today.
Hey, Patrick Rowe, Navy pays my rent. How you like that? Well, the VA does, not so much the Navy.
Thank you.
Steve Hirshhorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Northbound of Virginia, pretty slow most of the way up from Dale Boulevard to the exit for the Fairfax County Parkway. Southbound on 95, you'll find it slow across the Occoquan down to 123, and after that, not too bad as you continue south on 66. Eastbound, pretty slow right now from the Fairfax County Parkway to Nutley Street. Beltway Outer Loop, still slow from Old Georgetown Road down to an accident after River Road. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
May see some limited sun, but still a few showers to deal with. They'll be scattered around. Maybe even a thunderstorm through about dinner time. 78. Clouds give way to a clearing sky tonight. Beautiful morning, 62. Tomorrow's morning temp. Wednesday, mostly sunny, low 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Schitz, WMAL.
73 at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
Oh, she is doing good today. Honey, everybody's sprouting. They're single-handedly doing more to fight fascism than any American has. Yeah, Algie!
Ah, yes, they're cheering pond scum. They're literally chanting for algae down at the reflecting pool on the mall in Washington, D.C. You heard the women there dressed like cartoon characters or Oompa Loompas or something.
Oompa Loompa.
Willy Wonka. And they're down at the reflecting pool cheering algae, claiming that the algae is fighting fascism. And then they got back to firebombing synagogues because the Democrat Party is mentally ill. Every registered Democrat is dangerously mentally ill. We'll still talk to them on the phone. They can never explain themselves, even for a moment. 888-630-9625. And for Democrats, 888-6. Get your pencil, get your crayon. 30. Oh, figure it out yourself. Just amazing. Also, we've been talking about the New York primary where they have Dan Goldman. He's running for re-election. He's being primaried by a communist named Lander. And the New York Times today, the New York Times, a newspaper in New York City, they have their headline, New York 10th Congressional District 2026. The latest polls went to the latest polls, and they've got them all. The Emerson College poll has Lander, who is opposing Dan Goldman, up by 34 points. 34 points. Lander.
Let me turn this down so I can hear you.
Oh, am I in the show now?
Hi, yeah, you're here.
Okay, so I can't really see. I went to the eye doctor this morning and they dilated my eyes. I can't really see. I can't.
I'm due for my eye exam. I gotta make an appointment. I get mine done for free. All I gotta do is go to the VA.
Well, that's cool. It cost me.
Yeah, they do all that. Yeah, all them fucking puffing your eye and all that stuff. Your pupils are fucking like this.
They don't do my doctor. The eye doctor I went to this time, they didn't do where they blow the puff.
Yeah, I'm just so sick of these fucking people. Walter Byrne, Billy Hayden begging for. I'm just gonna start fucking banning a bunch of people. I really don't give a fuck. I'm sick of these motherfuckers, Jan. I really am. Come on, I'm going to enjoy myself. Fuck these fucking idiots. Go open your own chat, Walter Byrne. Whoever the fuck you are, fucking Vanguard or Paul Bitch Life, you fucking get the fuck out of my face. All these fuckers wouldn't do this in person. I can guarantee you that.
No, and that's not really.
You know.
I mean, the views matter sometimes. If you're doing a big show, yeah, you want the numbers, but
it's stupid.
It doesn't.
It's stupid to say that. Oh, he's begging for viewers. Then why would anybody stream? Anybody who's streaming is begging for viewers. You might as well fucking say it. Otherwise, why do you stream? You're not gonna stream to sit here and talk to yourself like fucking Tom Flash does.
Tom Flash.
Or Vader. Vader's the one who talks to himself the most out here because nobody's watching that dumb fucker.
Oh, that motherfucker talks to himself, answers himself, all kinds of shit. He's been making up crazy stories in his head.
He's out there. Holy shit. A 12-year-old girl could bend his arm.
Speaking of Vader and views, that video, I think the final view count on that video was 426. It was the stream that I ran last night.
Oh, you ran? Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Did I come in and say hello? I think I did. Then I think I went to bed.
I'm not sure. There was a lot of people in the chat at one time. I can't
but
I don't stream like that anymore. I don't do shows like that anymore. So when I used to do big shows like that, I would have, I would have my managing mods in the chat. I would have my moderators that were working the chat for me. But I don't. Part of the reason why I don't stream anymore, got tiring. It's hard doing that and keeping track of everybody, and then this person gets timed out, and I got timed out of your chat. Well, I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do about it. Just
nobody timed me out. Yeah, I called you henpecker.
Fucking Bud and Sebastian, both of them. I gave them both wrenches. Sebastian wanted all of his accounts wrenched. And I'm like, no, you get one. You get one account wrenched.
I don't even care. I see that. And fucking, Sebastian blocks me. You know that, right? He blocked.
They both lost their wrenches real quick.
I'm like, all over the fucking. It's romper room shit. Sebastian is a fucking. He's worse than Lady Venom is. Lady Venom is fucking mental, but Sebastian's worse. Sebastian is a dumb motherfucker. That is a dumb fucking Canadian right there.
No.
Yes, he's a dumb motherfucker.
Sebastian needs to behave, or I'm gonna call his bishop.
I got somebody at my door again. Yeah.
Somebody's at Billy Hayden's door, knocking on Billy Hayden's door. Well, I'm running Billy's show now. Sorry, guys. I can't read the chat because we can't see. Oh, it's getting a little bit better. I can see a little bit. Still not very much, though.
We got some neighborhood problems going on. We got some undesirables living up the street a little bit.
Undesirables? Wow.
It's almost like I'm in fucking, this is like little New York City these days up here for some reason. All the fucking crazies come into my village. Well, John's son across the street, he's 16 now. You ought to see that fucker ride a wheelie on a bicycle. He's pretty good at it. Well, anyways, they just told me the people that are living up the street a little bit, they're in a garage. I guess he's screaming and yelling. It's fucking waiting for the cops to come and arrest these people. We got criminal action going on just a couple houses down.
Well, damn, Billy, you ain't out there with a bucket of chicken and some binoculars.
I ain't getting involved with that.
No, but you can watch, dude. That's the best part of living in
Oh,
places
like
like
this.
that.
You know what? I moved all my gear over here. I'm not even in my apartment. There's only windows on one side of the apartment. So this wall right here, there's no windows here. You can't see outside. All the windows are on this side. Right. And I'm sitting way back, so I can't see up the street because I'm not sitting right out the window.
It's been a long time since I lived in any apartments, but I used to live in these really nice income-based apartments in the city when I was living in the city and working in there, and they were really nice. Like the whole time I lived there, never. I mean, they were income-based apartments, but there were never any problems. It was always really clean. Like everybody kind of kept to themselves. But during COVID, the girl that lived.
Don't bring COVID up. You know.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that
people. I hate hearing during COVID. You know,
I'm just giving you a point of reference for
during
time.
during COVID. I hate that, Jan.
Okay, well, during the time when we were all at home, in the recent memories of
during COVID. That's a liberal fucking bent. You know that, right?
Okay, Billy, that's not the point. The point is,
yeah, it is. Let's talk about COVID. You want to say during the time of
I
COVID?
don't want to talk about COVID. I was trying to tell you a story about living in the.
Well, I want to hear a story. I want to hear the news and talk about what's going on in the world. And I'm mad at Rusty. Rusty's not a winner for you. I'm sick of Rusty.
Why?
I'm sick of what she's doing.
She's
no
not
better
a winner for me. What are you talking about?
Yes, they are. And the fact is, a phobia is an irrational fear.
And how can you say you're sick of Rusty saying anything when I've seen you up here dogging the girl?
Today, it's not irrational. You point out to me
you can leave now.
That's run by Islam.
All right, you rude motherfucker.
I see you later.
Go ahead. Tell me which one you'd want to live in.
Right.
Because so it's not an irrational fear. It's completely rational.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's it's not even fear as far as I'm concerned. It's a irrational concern, and you have to prepare and to make sense of it and to save civilization itself. It's my wheelhouse is Western civilization, but all of civilization is on the line, and the left is the biggest threat. You know, they are the most important. I've been saying this now for weeks. Most important ally.
Don't
Iran
come over then. If you think I'm a clown, don't come over
the
here.
Democratic Party in the United States of America.
Absolutely. And after spending 22 years in the military and seeing what I have to say,
I don't tell you what to do with your chat.
Christian people have done for me and for this country for the last 250 years, I stand in
I'm sick of it.
To them.
Yeah.
You know, what they've done is nothing short of miraculous. And to have Americans and American people who supposedly are Jewish impugn them is nauseating. And you might mention to the ladies praying to the pond scum that they created down on the mall, chlorophyll plants produce carbon dioxide. Doesn't that bother them? Look at all the carbon dioxide that they're creating. Greenhouse gases. They're destroying the planet.
Dr. Fauci's going to jail. He's not already there.
That's right. Well, also, you may have seen, Ron, that in Canada, where I thought they banned guns, police officer killed.
They defrauded money because of COVID.
Montreal's Jewish neighborhood. Police officer was shot and killed. A second officer wounded. Member of Montreal's tight-knit Jewish community were critically wounded Monday morning when a gunman opened fire near the historically Jewish Côte-Nagiers, a neighborhood in Montreal that's apparently a historically Jewish neighborhood. Gunman was shot dead by responding officers, and a second gunman is reported to have been arrested. This time, reports indicate the target was the police, not the Jewish community. It's the left one way or the other, but they went to the Jewish community to do it in Montreal. And we got that going there. While also, I mentioned a little earlier that in Iran,
Montreal is only a couple hours from
the government there, who the Democrats fully support, they are rounding up their political enemies, and they're hanging them. They're having mass hangings in Iran, and and the Democrats in the United States, they're electing communists that are pro-Islamists.
It's beyond discussion. It's so irrational. When I talk to the Jews, first of all, in one Jewish neighborhood here in Maryland, Kent Mill, 95% of the people are Republicans. Of course, where I live in Potomac, a wealthy suburb, half the people are Democrats, and you try to explain to them how irrational it is for them to back that party, and they just walk away from you, and they won't even discuss it. They think it's wonderful. And then they have guys like Chris Van Hollen get up and mouth the party line of anti-Semitism and Jew hatred, and they vote for this idiot.
Yeah. Every day's an IQ test, I like to say, Ron. It's amazing stuff. No sense of irony, these people. Ron, thank you, buddy. Saluting you, Colonel.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
It's Vince for Artisan Movers. As a military brat, I remember my parents stressed every time we moved, worried something would break because some movers treated our stuff like junk. It was always stressful. That's why today, whether you're moving across town or across the country, I recommend Artisan Movers, a local family-owned business founded by Mark Lewandowski. He's a proud Terp fan, having graduated from the University of Maryland, and hardworking all-American guy. Mark built Artisan Movers on the vision of giving his customers honest, dependable, high-quality, stress-free moving services. Artisan Movers provides you with local and long-distance moves, storage, and even white glove service.
Does that
meaning
even
they'll pack
mean?
and unpack everything in your home or office. You don't lift a finger. They'll do it all with care,
What
perfection.
does that even mean? I'm tired of pretending it's not funny when Billy throws women off. So are you saying that you thought it was? I didn't throw her off. I told her she could leave. I asked her to leave, and she did. That's a good thing. During COVID. What about during yellow fever when the Revolutionary War was fought? Did you know that? You ever heard of yellow fever from back in the day? It was nasty. Imagine what it was like to bury dead people back in them days. Could you see Tom Flash living during the Civil War days? Tired of pretending it's not funny. So you thought that was funny. I asked her to leave and she left. I didn't want to hear it. And I'm listening to the news. I want to talk about world events. That's why I'm here. Current events. Basically, they piss on your back and they tell you it's raining. It's pretty much what they do.
Education. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Rusty encouraged Alpesh. He wouldn't do some of the shit if she didn't fucking encourage him.
Because like you,
That's what she does.
the good parts too. So no matter the reason,
She know better than Wiggin. That's where I met Alpesh. Was on Wiggins' panel. They both let him up there.
unstoppable American drive.
At the time, he was all up Shannon's ass. Wiggin was recruiting for his channel, looking for viewers. Just what he accuses me of doing.
Is about to raid your retirement. Every dollar
Bunch of
you
fucking
throw in pays a
hypocrites.
future tax bill, and it's growing. Required distributions trigger the tax torpedo. Social Security gets taxed. Medicare taxes jack up your Medicare premiums. Your spouse could face the widow's tax penalty, and your kids could be hit with a major tax collision. Stop hoping. Start planning. Go to taxessaved.com right now for your complimentary tax saving review before the IRS gets there first. Taxessaved.com. Keep more, live more, leave more.
Doug's summer plans include driving to beaches, baseball games, and national parks. That's just July. He relies on BJ's Wholesale Club for their everyday low gas prices. I also grab snacks for the road. At BJ's Red, White, and Fuel.
What do we got going? Do I have to plug this phone in? No, not yet.
July 5th and save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas. Redeem
Something going on though here.
Visit bjs.com/gas promo. Next up, the world's biggest rubber band ball. This is your home, Doug. BJ's, home of the save.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save $500 on Tipper Breeze mattresses, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Ready to shine for those last-minute plans? Head to Zoom Tan. Get the sun and sunless experience you deserve with advanced equipment for beautiful, even color fast. Plus, at many locations, enjoy 24/7 member access through the Zoom Tan app, along with advanced wellness like red light therapy and infrared sauna. Now rolling out chain-wide. Red light and infrared wellness support collagen, boost mood, and help you recharge. From tanning to total wellness, it's confidence from every angle. Visit ZoomTan.com to see what's new near you. Zoom Tan. Why be pale and pasty when you can be tan and tasty?
Mark Levin, weekdays 6 to 9 on 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
All right, and we are back. We should return to the telephones once again and talk to the great American people. Let's go to Ben, calling from Quantico, Virginia, home of the United States Marine Corps. You know, Ben, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, morning, Chris.
Hey, Ben.
So active duty Marine here. I just wanted to let you know I got a beef with you, man. Hey, you know Marines love our crayons. I appreciate you lumping me in there whenever you were doing the slow read for the phone call earlier, and you were like, all right, liberal, grab your pencils or your crayons. Whoa, come on, man. Come on now. That's rude.
And that's hurtful anti-Marine talk when you're talking about crayons. It's funny. Who was I? I was talking to a guy the other day, a career Army guy, and he made a crack about Marines and crayons just a couple of days ago to me. So what you're saying is fresh in my mind. You know, people like to disparage it, and the other military services like to disparage Marines as though Marines are not as intelligent as the other services, and using crayons because they're Marines, right? That's the thing. You guys don't take offense, though, do you?
I'll tell you this: the red ones and the green ones are the best flavors. I don't care what anybody else says.
Yeah, and we're not talking about M&Ms now. We're still talking about crayons, right?
Yeah, 100%.
God loves the United States Marine Corps. Everybody loves the United States Marine Corps. That is great stuff. Ben, thank you, buddy. Quantico, Virginia, U.S. Marine Corps.
This is the Chris Plant Show.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11:30. I'm Heather Curtis. The Supreme Court rules a Rastafari man can't sue Louisiana prison officials who cut his dreadlocks in violation of his Rastafari religious beliefs. The justices condemned what happened to the former inmate, Damon Lander, but they ruled that a federal law designed to protect the religious rights of inmates does not permit lawsuits for money damages even when they are violated. A fourth teen is arrested in connection with the large fight inside of a Navy Yard Chipotle last month. On Saturday, D.C. police arrested a 16-year-old boy and charged him with assault with a dangerous weapon, in this case, a chair. Police were called to the Chipotle on Half Street around 8:41 on May 16th for the report of a major brawl where teens can be seen in a video throwing chairs and punches at each other inside the restaurant. Traffic and weather next.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. Pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Around the outer loop of the Beltway in the rain now, very heavy and slow from Georgia Avenue to an accident that blocks 2 right lanes at the exit for 355 Rockfield Pike. Then you slow again from the Cabin John Parkway across the Legion Bridge into Virginia. The accident after Georgetown Pike before the Dulles Toll Road, blocking 2 left lanes. Dulles Toll Road eastbound in Reston after Wheeling Avenue. Accident activity there. Moved to the right shoulder, but it's still very heavy and slow from Reston Parkway. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Today, showers and possibly some thunder, otherwise mostly cloudy with highs in the mid-70s. Right now, it is 73 at Reagan National. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
Ready to shine for those last-minute plans? Head to Zoom Tan. Get the sun and sunless experience you deserve with advanced equipment for beautiful, even color fast. Plus, at many locations, enjoy 24/7 member access through the Zoom Tan app, along with advanced wellness like red light therapy and infrared sauna. Now rolling out chain-wide. Red light and infrared wellness support collagen, boost mood, and help you recharge. From tanning to total wellness, it's confidence from every angle. Visit ZoomTan.com to see what's new near you. Zoom Tan. Why be pale and pasty when you can be tan and tasty?
Now when you play Powerball, at Double Play for only $1 more, your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Advance Auto Parts. Get to the good parts. It feels good to be in control, no matter what. Keep your business connected with Invincible Wi-Fi from Spectrum Business, the fully integrated Wi-Fi 7, 5G, and 8-hour battery backup solution. Keep connected, keep working, and keep security systems running reliably. Be in control. Be invincible. Invincible Wi-Fi from Spectrum Business. Visit spectrum.com/beinvincible to learn more. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas.
You want opportunity. You want purpose. A chance to lead and serve in meaningful ways.
This is purpose-driven education. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 50% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
WMAL, making sense of the markets, because generational wealth doesn't build itself. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
And now we are back, and during the break, just picked up an item or two. And oh, by the way, we're talking about this Dan Goldman running a big primary to New York, and he's going to lose. And he's going to lose to this communist. Turns out the communist is Jewish, too. But the Jewish communist says that Israel is committing genocide. They love the word. They're like, they have the brains of children. They latch on to a few words like genocide and Nazi and fascist, and they just say them over and over again like 5-year-olds. And most of the time, they don't know what those words mean. They really don't. They just they know that they're insulting. They're intended to be hurtful. And so they sling them all over the place. But that's their, that's everything. And Dan Goldman, who's, a radical and anti-Trump lunatic, the enemy in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. These communists are going to bring us to civil war. The Democrat Party is going to bring us to civil war. The Squad, they're dumb, they're ignorant. Some of them are sluts. And, just to be an ignorant slut, because it's a good old turn of phrase. It's good stuff. But where was I? What did I have? I've got so many things now. It's completely wild. What's going on out here? And it looks like the commies are going to win all over the place. Now, here's a crazy thing. Tucker Carlson, and I haven't seen Tucker Carlson in person in several years now. But I always used to like Tucker Carlson. He's said a lot of wacky things of late. And here is another one from Tucker Carlson where he says he can't vote Republican. Why can't he vote Republican in 2026? Tucker Carlson.
I would not support the Republican Party. There's no chance I would support the Republican Party. I'm not going to support the Democratic Party. I don't know what I'm going to do. But at this point, how could I or any American voter support a political party that's not loyal to the United States, that puts the interests of a foreign country above those of its own citizens? Like that's it's not possible to vote for people like that, and I'm not going to. And I think, no, I'm out. And if I'm out, then I think a lot of other people are out.
Israel, see, it's Israel. It's the Israel thing. I don't know. I'm on the side of civilization. I kind of see the macro, the view from space. Like I say, the 30,000 foot view. I'll take it higher than that. I'll take it at least to low Earth orbit. And civilization is under assault. Iran is assaulting civilization against Israel, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Assaulting civilization by attacking Israel. The left attacking civilization, all enemies, foreign and domestic, and inside the, I got to tell you now, I can't say, I've always kind of made fun of the Republican Party, and there's plenty to make fun of members of the Republican Party and the Republican Party writ large as well, missing the point so often as they do. But I know that my choice is between the Republican Party and people who choose to represent the Republican Party and run for office versus the Democrat Party, which now is a gang of savages slipping through the wire to kill the children. And I think I know which party is the lesser of two evils, if you will. And he says he can't vote for the Republican Party and he can't support the Republican Party because they support a foreign nation over the United States of America. I don't believe that that's true. I'd have to see some examples, and you could probably throw, well, they gave Israel this, and so not at the expense of the United States of America, but okay. I'm just going to disagree with Tucker Carlson on that, which is allowed. Remember when that was allowed, when you could even have friends and family members with whom you would disagree on political matters, and that would be okay. You'd still be okay with each other. That was not so long ago, if I remember correctly. But I'm okay with it. I would disagree with him with Tucker on that. And then there's Joy Reid, but he says he can't support the Republican Party, even though he used to, because they're too supportive of Israel. And I got to tell you, when there is this low-level warfare going on against Jews worldwide, I'm not going to join in from Washington, D.C. I'm not in politics, but I'm not going to join in from the United States of America to oppose the Jews. What do they do wrong again? When they're sitting there minding their own business, allowing Christians, Muslims, the Jews, atheists to live side by side in peace like a normal country with Western values, strong and intelligent nation of people, not to stereotype, but look at all the Nobel Prizes and all that good stuff. Amazing stuff. The Jews are not the problem, and Israel is not the problem. And supporting Israel is not the problem. The attacks on civilization, violent, belligerent war being waged against civilization in the form of Israel in the Middle East and in the form of American culture here in the United States. That war is being waged by the Democrat Party and their representatives on the left and the far left here in the U.S., all across the U.S. Just extraordinary stuff. Yes, it is. Yeah, and now Lander, the communist in New York, he's Jewish too, running against Goldman, and just amazing. These people. But he, Jewish leftist Lander, says, "Oh yeah, Israel's committing genocide in Gaza." And they use the words, but they don't know what they mean. Aren't they amazing? So Tucker Carlson, the headline NBC News, they've got their story on. Tucker Carlson says he'll no longer support the Republican Party. And they have a picture, NBC News does of Tucker Carlson looking very stern, looking very serious. Longtime conservative commentator Tucker Carlson said on a podcast, "There is no chance I would support the Republican Party ahead of the November midterm elections." Sure, dismissing the political affiliation he has defended as a pundit for decades, and including one of Fox News Channel's most popular hosts, and they're very upset. I gotta say, I mean, I do support Israel. I am a Zionist, and I see it as a battle between civilization and the opposite of civilization. It's been going on for centuries before the creation of the State of Israel, but forget about it. And I'm just not that person, and that's fine. Yeah, he's been very critical of the Trump administration. Say like he's Netanyahu's poodle and all this stuff, and that's I don't buy into that. But since he won't vote Tucker Carlson or support the Republican Party in the big picture because the Republican Party's allegedly blind support for Israel, it reminded us of Joy Reid because Joy Reid at MS-13 DNC, she's a racist and an anti-Semite and everything else. And she thinks that the Democrat Party isn't radical enough, and NBC News pays her millions of dollars to spread radical extremist, racist, anti-Semitic propaganda, which is the mainstream of the Democrat Party today. And here's Joyless Reid.
For me, the problem is the party. The Democratic Party is as married to this Israel over everything. Israel, no matter what they do, no matter how many people they kill. The Democrats are as married to that as the Republicans. I, going forward, cannot vote for a Democrat who does not pledge to end this relationship. This relationship needs to end. They don't need our money, and they definitely won't get my vote.
They definitely, well, you're not voting for the Israelis, but that's it. She, and I apologize, I stopped watching MS-13 a while back. Apparently she's no longer employed there. And I may have learned that before too, but I don't care very much about Joy Reid. But she now does what, Don Lemon and those people do, whatever that is. Joyless Reid ditches voting for Democrats unless the party completely abandons Israel. That's the headline from the left-wing Mediaite. And she's on there with Ta-Nehisi Coates, which is, he's an embarrassment to civilization itself everywhere on earth. And yeah, I can't, as long as they support the Jews, Israel's the only Jewish state. It is the Jews, right? Sandra, if you're against Japan, it's because you're against Japanese, the Japanese people, right? It's the only Japanese country where the people are Japanese. And so if you're opposed to the existence of Japan, then you're an anti-Japite. That's like being an anti-Semite, but the Semitic thing. So Joyless Reid can't support the Democrats unless they completely abandon Israel. Tucker Carlson and Joyless Reid are kind of on the same page on this then. You can't support Israel or you don't have my support. And that is the asymmetric war that is being waged right now against the Jewish people worldwide. It's not just Israel. It's Jews in New York that go to coffee shops. It's Jews in Montreal that walk down the street. It is Jews that go to restaurants in Los Angeles and go to colleges in New York City, there is an asymmetric war being waged against. It's a low level. It's like the terrorists wage asymmetric. They use asymmetric warfare and wage asymmetric wars against their enemies. And the left and the Islamists and it goes beyond that, and they're sowing the seeds of anti-Semitism and discontent, and they love their malcontents, don't they? Yes, they do. So much madness going on in the world today. And also talking about how the Major League Baseball waging war against Christians. How dare you put a Bible verse on our gay political campaign sticker that we placed on your body? And that's like that. And that reminded me of James Talafrico. James Talafrico is a Democrat weirdo running for office in Texas. And he's running for the Senate, right? He's their Senate candidate, total freak. And so the left, they're atheist, godless, baby sacrificing, climate worshiping mental cases who also worship at the altar of pond scum, algae in the reflecting pool in Washington, D.C. And here's Talafrico. Now, they're waging war against the left, against Jews and Israel, against Christians and the Bible. And here is James Talafrico, Texas Democrat, on his relationship with Christianity and Christendom.
I always think of myself as a Christian who hates Christianity, right? And like I always get drawn back into it.
Yes, like Michael Corleone, just when I thought I was out, they sucked me back in again. I always think of myself as a Christian who hates, they love the word hate, don't they? Who hates Christianity. He's a Christian who hates Christianity. Maybe he wants to be the commissioner of Major League Baseball. Maybe he's working on that. What do you think? Our Democrat Party is extremely unwell. And I think we're going to have another air show in Washington tomorrow. Is that true? I saw something that President Trump is going to deliver a speech from the White House, and then what they're now calling the U.S. Air Force flight demonstration team. I think that was the Thunderbirds, wasn't it? F-16's aerial demonstration team. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's supposed to be another air show at like 7:30 over Washington, D.C. after the president's speech tomorrow night, which I think is a pretty cool idea, since I should be able to see it very easily from home, and I like that. I like that very much. Yes, I do. Michael, what audio have I not hit that I want to? Oh, I love the Chuck Todd. The Chuck Todd. I think we do have the Chuck Todd audio, don't we? Chuck Todd was on with Chris Lickspittle-Saliza, as he's known, and everybody's a racist except them. They kill 40% of black babies every year. Last year they killed more than 1.1 million babies, and they harvest their organs, and they kill mostly black babies to the extent they can. Chunk Todd with Chris Lickspittle-Saliza. Listen, they worship Obama like they think he can slow the rise of the oceans.
Obama radicalized the far right. It was the same thing, right? The far right viewed Obama as some left winger, and Obama was basically a degree more liberal than Bill Clinton. You know,
temperamentally a moderate Obama.
Yeah, probably liberal on policy, but temperamentally a moderate. What policy was he that liberal on, Chris? It's one of the biggest.
It's because he was black.
Thank you. The only reason people think he was liberal is because he's black. Like it's this. He governed more closely to George W. Bush than Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's because he's black. So the racists, the party of the Confederate States of America and Jefferson Davis, love calling everybody racist. And they radicalize the right. Really? How many people have they shot? You guys keep shooting people, you savages, you criminals. He's like he's some kind of radical. Well, wait a minute. At Obama's Not a Library event on Thursday, they invited and featured William Ayers, the communist terrorist who should have gone to prison for life but was given lifelong tenure as a college professor instead. And his adoring communist terrorist bride, Bernadine Dorn, They were at the Obama Center opening. Yeah, but he's not a radical, and he was mentored by Frank Marshall Davis of the Communist Party growing up, and he chose a Communist Party voter, John Brennan, to become CIA director, who then weaponized the CIA against Obama's political enemies. Yeah, he's not a radical. It's because he's black. And you hear them cackling like mental cases. Yeah, the right was radicalized because he was such a moderate. All he did was racially polarize and divide the country, stand up terrorist organizations, wave in illegal aliens, and how many of the people that they gave DACA to and so on have committed terrible crimes just lately? Yeah, and here's Bernadine Dorn and William Ayers at Obama's little Not a Library event. Now, how dare anybody call him a radical because he's got communist terrorists that were bombing places for years. Then Democrats got him out of trouble and gave him tenure on college campuses to raise the next generation of radicals.
As my children say to me, Dad, you're a liberal. We're leftists. Because they're like, liberals are people who think things should basically stay the same. You know what I mean?
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. WMAL, making sense of the vote because elections have consequences. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
The Nissan Rogue. Pack it. Push it. Rev it. Rip it. Test it. Trust it. Drive it. It can take it. The 2026 Nissan Rogue. Built for all the noisy, crazy, happy chaos you can throw at it. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. For JD Power 2025 U.S. Central Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Did you know you can save even more at Family Dollar with free smart coupons? Save up to $500 a week by creating an account, clipping coupons online or in the app, and redeeming them at checkout. Start saving even more today.
Ready to shine for those last-minute plans? Head to Zoom Tan. Get the sun and sunless experience you deserve with advanced equipment for beautiful, even color fast. Plus, at many locations, enjoy 24/7 member access through the Zoom Tan app, along with advanced wellness like red light therapy and infrared sauna. Now rolling out chain-wide. Red light and infrared wellness support collagen, boost mood, and help you recharge. From tanning to total wellness, it's confidence from every angle. Visit ZoomTan.com to see what's new near you. Zoom Tan. Why be pale and pasty when you can be tan and tasty?
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night. Like
Yeah, I'll be leaving soon. 3 hours. Once again, Jan makes an appearance. What do you want, Jan, from me? Amazing. Listen, that nickname fits her perfect, Henpecker. Jan's nickname is Henpecker. Lunchtime.